Okay. Because that's how people in Steins Gate do it, alright? Here we are. I thought I had found the solution, that everything would be alright. But the equation was meaningless. I had solved nothing. Instead, I am left with a terrible choice. Mayuri or Kurisu. One of them must die. Radikan is still off limits. They haven't yet repaired the hole that Susva's time machine had made. I look down through the hole at the streets of Akiba. From up here, they look narrow and stifling. Across the way, train rumbles by. I watch the yellow striped cars move past. I came here because I wanted to be alone. The day before yesterday, I abruptly canceled the attempt to hack CERN. Kurisu and Daru demanded an explanation, but I just couldn't give them one. The decision had paralyzed me. 2 days later, I am still nowhere close to finding an answer. What do I do? 2 weeks ago, on July 28th, Dr. Nakabachi held a press conference in this very spot. The same day, Kurisu was murdered. Let's say we go through with the plan and delete the first email I sent, the one about Kurisu's death, from CERN's database. That would return us to the beta world line where it all began. What would happen then? According to my predictions, our friend, lab member 004, Makise Kurisu, would disappear. Someone who died on July 28th cannot be alive now, on August 15th. That would defy causality. A time paradox. That world line has already rejected her existence. The moment we erase the D-mail, Kurisu will cease to exist. And so I am left with two options. Option 1, hack CERN with the IBN 5100 and erase the first email I sent, thus returning to the beta world line. Kurisu will disappear, but Mayuri will live. CERN will never build a time machine, and the future will be free. Option 2, don't hack CERN. Keep living here on the Alpha world line. Mayuri will die. So will Moeka and FB. Kurisu will likely be kidnapped by CERN, but at the very least she won't die. With her research, CERN will gain control of time-space, and the future will be a dystopia where no one is free. And I'm supposed to choose? Ridiculous. I choke out a laugh. How am I, of all people, supposed to make that choice? There's no way. I don't really care about the future, whether it's free or ruled by CERN. I know I should care. Susua entrusted her wish to me. Doesn't that make it my responsibility? But still, it doesn't seem quite real. 20 years is a long time. Right now, only Mayuri and Kurisu matter. I must choose which to save. If I had been given this choice back on July 28th, before all this started, I probably would have not hesitated to abandon Kurisu and save Mayuri. But it's not July 28th, it's August 15th. I've spent 2 long weeks with Kurisu. She's one of us now, an integral part of the lab. And as I leapt through time again and again, she was the person I relied on most. Always calm, always thoughtful, always ready with a new hypothesis. Always there to give me a push when I needed it most. I wouldn't even have the time leap machine if not for Kurisu. It's thanks to her that I made it this far. After all she's done for me, there's no way I can abandon her now. But nor can I let Mayuri die. Everything I've done, I did to save her. I would give anything, even my own life, to see her safe. More than anything, I want her to live. No matter what, I won't let her die. I can't choose. I can't kill Kurisu or kill Mayuri. That is what this choice comes down to. Is this how it ends? I drive my fist into the wire fence. Suzuha. Ferris. Lukuko. Moeka. Is this what I sacrificed your memories for? There is no other option. No way to save them both? What if I used Suzuha's time machine? I could return to the Beta World line, then use her time machine to travel to July 28th. No, that won't work. The reason Suzuha leapt to 2010 was to prevent CERN from creating a dystopia that only occurs on this world line. On the Beta World line, she'll have no reason to leap to 2010. Suzuha's time machine won't exist, so I won't be able to use it. Alright. What if I send Kurisu a warning via D-mail? I could say, don't go to Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. No, that won't work either. Remember, causality converges. Kurisu's death is inevitable on the Beta World line, just as Mayuri's is inevitable on this world line. No matter what I do, fate will ensure her death. There's no way. I slowly sink to the floor with my back against the fence. I can't save her. I'm powerless against the will of fate. What should I do? What should I do? Maybe Mayuri doesn't die on the current world line. I cancelled Moeka's D-mail, plus I haven't had an opportunity to check the divergence meter since. Might there be a chance? If the pattern continues, Mayuri's death has been pushed back to the night of the 17th. If Mayuri doesn't die between 7 and 8 p.m. that night, then I won't have to face this horrible decision. I know it's unlikely. I understand that from all my experiences so far, but still, I can't help but cling to that hope. Mayuri and Kurisu, if I can just save them both, then I don't care if the future is ruled by CERN. I'll betray Suzuha's dream if that's what it takes. So please, let Mayuri live. To whom should I make this desperate plea? God? Fate? The universe itself? Either way, I am just one insignificant human among billions. Will my prayers truly reach? I already know what the answer will be, and that knowledge, that certainty, is despair. Kamima runs for 3 straight days, from the 15th to the 17th. On the last day, I go with Mayuri and stay with her from morning until Kamima closes. It's not really my thing, though, and the crowd is ridiculous, so I wait off to the side with Mayuri's bags. From time to time, Mayuri appears with new bags for me to guard, and usually a snack for us to share, but most of the day I spend alone. To some extent, I'm here to escape reality, to empty my mind and forget my fears. But even when I close my eyes, I can still hear the footsteps of death approaching. We're finally home. It's already dark by the time the bus drops us back at Akiba. Mayuri is dragging her costume case behind her. I'm carrying bags covered in moe artwork and loaded with dojin and shi. These are all Mayuri's purchases, not mine. I can't believe she bought so much. I guess the reason she doesn't cosplay herself is that she's too busy shopping. We get off the bus and just stand there for a while. What are you gonna do now? Head straight home? Actually, I was thinking of going to the lab. Need something? Not really. It's just been a while since I got to relax with Okurin. I'm a little hungry, so I'll buy some juicy chicken #1 on the way. Maybe Mayuri wants a taste of normalcy again, now that the chaos of Kamima has ended. I can't begrudge her that. I stifle a groan and shrug my shoulders. Back to the lab then. Hey, Okurin, why did you come with Miyushi today? You've never come with me to Kamima before. You're not interested in Moe, right? I like robot anime. But not so much that I'd line up early in the morning for Kamima each year, like Daru and Mayuri do. So, why did you come with me today? Well, to confirm your death. Those words pop into my head, but I quickly shake them away. Why am I so set on Mayuri dying? I wanted to live, remember? Well, I just felt like it. Oh. Suddenly, silence. A downhearted frown replaces the usual smile on Mayuri's face. Did my answer upset her? But it's not like I could tell her the truth. How do you tell someone they're going to die? Lukako? I frantically try to smooth things over. I thought maybe you'd manage to get Lukako to cosplay, so I came to laugh at him. Too bad he didn't come. Yeah, Luka-kun would be super popular if he did come, though. People would take his picture and post it all over the internet. Then everyone in the world would see how cute he is. And after he became a superstar, Miyushi would see him on TV and think, wow, he's gone so far. It's scary because it's true. Oh, Corinne? Suddenly, Mayuri turns around and peeks at my face as she walks backwards. Thank you for today. Why are you thanking me? Well, like I said, this is the first time Okurin's ever come to Komama with me. It made Mayushi really happy. A smile finally returns to Mayuri's face. But you know what would make me even happier? If you cosplay next time. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Yeah. I'll think about it. That's right. Don't think negative thoughts. Think about a fun, bright future. Really? You'll cosplay for me? Only if you cosplay too. Lukako too. And Christina, of course. Convince them to cosplay first. If you manage that, then I, the great and insane mad scientist Hoen Kuma, will grace Kamima with my august presence. The next Kamima takes place this winter. We'll all be there, as if none of this ever happened. All of us laughing and smiling together. Just imagine a future like that. Wow, that's gonna be tough. But it sounds really fun too. Besides, I think Chris-chan secretly wants to cosplay. So there's hope. Mayushi's gonna do her best. We arrive at the lab. I look up at the second floor, but there's no light in the window. Oddly enough, there's nobody here today. I've got a bad feeling about this. Is Moeka going to ambush us? In the previous world line, I forgave Moeka and Denoji, but that has already been undone. This is a new world line. The Rounders are still alive, and they're still after the time leap machine. Wait here, Mayuri. I motioned for her to sit and wait on the bench in front. Then I carefully checked the area. I know my efforts are likely futile, but still I want to do anything I can, anything to give Mayuri a chance, however small, of surviving on this world line. Something tells me it would be foolish to go straight up to the lab. So first, I decide to check the street for any suspicious people. I walk down the street towards Kira Mibashi Dori, careful, as always, to keep Mayuri in sight. Suddenly, a white station wagon parked at the end of the street fires its engine and takes off in our direction. I can see clearly through the front window. The man in the driver's seat is unfamiliar, but I've seen that station wagon before. It's the same one Moeka used to run us over on a previous world line. The same one Tonoji used to transport the IBN 5100. And now it's bearing down on me at full speed. I am in the center of the road. There's nowhere to run. The station wagon flips on its high beams, instantly turning my vision white. I can't move. It's all happening so too fast. I expected an ambush inside the lab. Instead, I'm facing a charging car. What do I do? I'm fine. I won't die. This world line hasn't approved that fate. No, wait. What day is it? This is the first time I've made it to the 17th. Does that mean my death is still undecided? Will I die in Mayuri's place? If that will save her, if that will end this, then maybe it's for the best. No, I don't want to die yet. Two contradictory emotions collide in my mind. My body doesn't know which way to turn. Will I be the one to die? Okarin! Something slams into my back. I open my eyes. I'm lying on the side of the road. My whole body hurts, but I don't appear to be seriously injured. Someone saved me? I look up and see the station wagon's taillights disappearing around the corner, and there, lying in the center of the road, is Mayuri. Mayuri! I run to her side. Mayuri is bleeding from the head. The pavement is slick with blood. Did she protect me? But that's not what I wanted. I lift her body up in my arms. Her eyes twitch, then slowly open. Oh, Kare... Mayuri... I'm sorry. It's my fault. Her hand wanders, as if seeking something. It reaches for the starry sky. Her eyelids are heavy. They could close any second now. But still, she looks straight into my eyes. And for some reason, she smiles. Finally, my issue was useful to Okarin. What? Stardust handshake. Her delicate fingers grasp at the sky, but all they find is empty air. Her arm goes limp. I grab her hand before it hits the ground. Mayuri is no longer breathing. I've seen her die countless times. This time, it's too much. This time, it's all my fault. I embrace Mayuri's tattered body, her lifeless, motionless, tattered body. I clench my jaw and bite back tears. Mayuri, you can't see the stars from here. How could this happen? Why does she have to die like this? What possible meaning could this death have? Yes, it happened because fate demanded it. Yes, her death is unavoidable, the result upon which this world line converges. I knew from the beginning that this would happen, but I never imagined that she would die saving me, and with a smile on her face. What do you mean? You were finally useful. Tell me, Mayuri. There is no future for Mayuri on this world line, and that brings me once again to the choice. Do I return to the Beta world line killing Kurisu? Or do I leave things as they are and accept Mayuri's death? I can't run away. I am the one who twisted fate. I am the one who must decide. The sky is blue. I'm on the roof of Radican after going back 56 hours with 2 time leaps. I lean against the wire fence and stretch out my legs as I look at the sky. I wanted more time to think. That's why I came back. Last time, I spent 2 days refusing to face reality. But that is no longer an option. Now I've confirmed Mayuri's death. This time, I need to reach a decision. But how? This equation has no solution. No matter what choice I make, someone dies. From a purely utilitarian viewpoint, I should choose the Beta world line, where CERN never creates a dystopia. But it's not that simple. Not for me. There must be some other way. According to Susuva, 2010 is a point of great divergence at the attractor field level. I think that divergence had already developments by the time I sent the D-mail reporting Kurisu's death. So when did divergence begin? I can't say for sure, but I think it was the moment we completed the phone wave named subject to change. That was around the middle of July. Dara and I deemed it a failure right after completion. By the time Kurisu was killed, there was already a huge divergence at the attractor field level. Now that I think about it, reading Steiner activated that day, when I sent the D-mail that started it all. At that moment, every pedestrian and vehicle on the main street of Akiba suddenly vanished. That feels so long ago. But now I can finally explain it. That was the moment I moved to the Alpha World line. On the Beta World line, where this all began, Suzuha didn't arrive in her time machine. Dr. Nakabachi's conference went ahead as planned, and the flow of tourists and shoppers through Akiba was unimpeded. But when I sent the D-mail, events changed on a huge scale, from my perspective at least. On the current world line, Suzuha crashed her time machine into the roof of Radikan. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled, and this part of Akiba was closed to traffic. Because I was out of the street when the world line changed, out on the street, it appeared to me as if thousands of people suddenly vanished. The truth is that they were never there to begin with. Like a magician's trick, it's so obvious once you understand how it works. The real problem is the timing of the D-mail. I moved to the Alpha World line after Kurisu died. If I had sent the D-mail before she died, then I might have been able to intervene, even now, on this world line. But no, that would defy causality. I sent that D-mail because I saw Kurisu's body. That's the way it has to be. Who killed her anyway? I still don't know. It definitely wasn't suicide. What if I identify the murderer and send them a D-mail warning them off? Would that prevent her death? I mean, no one has tried to kill her on this world line, have they? Maybe there's a chance. However, to send that D-mail, I would first have to move to the Beta World line. The more I think about it, the more futile it seems. I've already seen Mayuri die countless times. Everything I tried to prevent it failed. I understand all too well. When fate wants someone dead, nothing can stop it. I can't save Kurisu. There you are. I thought I was alone, but it seems that I was wrong. I turn around and see Kurisu standing in the open door. I avert my eyes. I can't look her in the face, not now. What are you doing here? Nothing. How did you know I was here? You said you wanted to be alone. I ran the numbers and concluded that I had the greatest probability of finding you here. Then leave me alone. You don't have to look for me. I'm not a lost little boy. Hey, is that how you treat someone who's worried about you? No, not that I'm worried about you or anything. Right after she gets herself flustered, Chris sighs and puts on a serious expression. I was going to leave you alone at first, but you've been acting weird the last couple days. I mean, you're always weird, but more than usual. You look like a kid forced to eat crappy oatmeal. What happened? Nothing. Then why did you cancel the cracking of CERN? You're the one who said we shouldn't. Oh, so you're afraid of triggering arrest flags. I get it. You should praise me for obeying the law for a change. That's not like you at all. What happened to your ego? What happened to the insane mad scientist who in Kyo? To hell with my ego. This time, it's not that simple. I have forced my ego on others before. Suzuha, Ferris, Lukuko. I sacrificed their dreams for the sake of my goal. I justified it by telling myself that it was necessary to save Mayuri. I weighed their suffering against the alternative and made my self-righteous choice. But this time, the alternatives are impossible to compare. I have to choose which friend to let die. It would be so much easier if I knew what was right. Which friend to let die? What are you talking about? I'm just a student, Christina. You know? The insane mad scientist one, Kyoma? That's just a fantasy. A character I made up. I bet you had no idea. I may have figured that out when we first met. What if I hadn't found Kurisu's body back then? Let's try imagining that situation. If I hadn't seen Kurisu dead, I wouldn't have interrogated her before the seminar at ATF. Without hearing me call her a zombie, she wouldn't have taken an interest in me. She wouldn't have come to the lab. Ultimately, we would never have built the time leap machine, leaving me without the means to save Mayuri. And of course, Kurisu would not have become our friend. We would not be as close as we are right now. Tell me, Okabe. What do you mean? I can't meet her questioning gaze. Do I have to tell you? You've never hesitated to ask me for help before. Don't hold back now. That's not what this is about. Then prepare yourself. What I'm about to tell you is the absolute truth. And it could also be your death sentence. Eh? Kurisu's voice cracks a little. Remember what I told you before? When we delete the D-mail from CERN's database, we'll reach the Beta World line where Mayuri doesn't die. And where CERN doesn't take over the world, right? Everyone lives. Everyone is free. You made it sound perfect. Perfect? It's anything but. I showed you the first email, didn't I? The one that started it all. On the Beta World line, the events described in that email actually happened. Kurisu's a genius. I have no doubt that she understands. Kurisu, on the Beta World line, you die on July 28th. And according to the attractive field model, nothing can prevent that from happening. If I want to save Mayuri, I have no choice but to let you die. Kurisu says nothing. What expression is she making now? I reluctantly sneak a look at her face. She's staring out across the cityscape. Her eyes look distant. I see neither fear nor sadness in her face. She seems accepting. Kurisu is always like this. Always calm, no matter what. It's hard to believe she's younger than me. Her soft chestnut hair blows in the wind. She lifts a hand to hold it down. Hey, Okabe? How credible do you find this attractive field model? Credible? It's all second-hand info from John Tider, from Amane-san, isn't it? I get that it's the accepted model in 2036, but how exactly did scientists prove the existence of attractor fields? Are you trying to say the model may be wrong? But I know for certain that convergence exists. I've experienced it firsthand. Even if they're right about convergence, what about the relationship between world lines? The moment I change world lines, everything is reconstructed, past, present, and future. But that's just from your perspective, Okabe. Once you go to the Beta World line, the me that your brain perceives will die. In other words, your perspective will have chosen the world line where I die instead of the one where I don't. However, why can't the world your brain perceives be different from the world my brain perceives? Brains. I forgot her specialty was neuroscience. So you're saying world lines are independent? Like trains? Maybe. Trains? Let me give you an easy example. Kurisu takes out her phone and starts fiddling with it. If I want to take the train from Akiba to Yokohama, Which route should I use? I didn't know you were a rail fan. It's just an example. Jeez. You choose to take the Yamanote line to Tokyo Station, then transfer it to the Takeda main line for the rest of your trip. Chrissy keeps talking as she looks at her phone, apparently reading off an itinerary. But I take the Yamanote line to Osaki, then transfer it to Shunan Shinjuku line. Another person, say Hashida-san, might decide to take the Kaihin Tohoku line for some reason. And Mayuri might ride the Shinkansen from Tokyo. You and I ride the same line until Tokyo Station. But from there, we ride different lines while still aiming for the same destination. And that applies to the universe? You're claiming the existence of parallel worlds? I like to use my imagination sometimes too. But where's the proof that there's only one world? Suzuha said so. And then there's reading Steiner. In other words, the unknown time traveler and your unexplainable superpower. But we knew Suzuha. There's no way to prove that she was Hashida's daughter, or anything she said about 2036 either. Not without going there ourselves. And if reading Steiner is what you say, then it means that your subjective experience influences the memories of every single human being. That's completely absurd, Okabe. If it's true, then you're literally a god. But there are no gods in reality. The world doesn't revolve around you. It's just your brain making you believe that it does. If that makes you this world's god, then I must be a god too. My brain is just as big as yours. What are you trying to say? Let's say you choose the world line where I die. That doesn't mean I have to do the same. The fact is that I am standing here right now, observing the world with my own subjectivity. I already exist on a world line where I don't die. Even if your perspective shifts to the Beta world line, my perspective might remain here. It's a question of where the soul lies. And I won't let you have your way with my soul. No true scientist would accept a hypothesis that flimsy. But there's a chance I'm right. So you have nothing to worry about. Kirsty smiles. How could she smile? I just told her that she's gonna die. The problem is that you don't want to let me die, right? But if my hypothesis is correct, I'll still be alive on another possible world line. So there's no reason to be afraid. It's just a hypothesis. The same is true of attractor fields. It hasn't been proven, even if someone did prove it by 2036. That doesn't help us here in the present. In other words, anything is possible. Chrissy turns her back to me after finishing. It's an armchair theory. A daring armchair theory that could quite possibly render meaningless everything I've done up to now. How can Karisu stay so calm? She's just an 18-year-old girl. You really don't have to worry about me, Okabe. It would just hurt my pride if you did. Don't say it like that. Do I answer Mayuri? Your phone's ringing. Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable according to YouTube. Well, I guess I'll just make my own choice here. Hello? Mayuri? Yeah. Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason. What's wrong? I heard from Daru-kun that Okurin's been acting kinda strange. Mayushi was so preoccupied with Kamima, she didn't really notice. Even though she usually notices right away when Okurin's not happy. I'm sorry, Okurin. Don't apologize. If done nothing wrong. Did something happen? Okurin. I can't tell her. I can't. I've kept it as a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be. There's nothing wrong. Oh. You know, you used to talk to Mayushi about a lot of things, remember? Like, the organization's 4 leaders. Their names are Back Turkish, Virginian Burb, Balloon Drag Queen, and Wide-Eye Gore, right? Black Tortoise, Vermilion Bird, Blue Dragon, and White Tiger. Yeah, that. You know, it was really fun talking to Okurin about stuff like that. But now, Okurin, if Mayoshi's a burden, just say so, okay? What? I never... I'm hanging up now. If you feel like talking to Mayushi about anything, just call, okay? She hung up on me. What did Mayuri say? How are you a burden? Don't say things like that, damn it. Why is she so serious at times like this? A burden, huh? I've never felt Mayuri was a burden. Not once. Then you should tell her that. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She never looks like she's thinking anything, and yet she saw my doubt. Either way, I can't tell her the truth. Okabe Crusher sighs, then glares at me. The old you wouldn't have worried about anything. Anyway, you should go see Mayuri. I'm sure she has a lot to say. She's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. I've been trying to get in touch with Mayuri for a while now, but she hasn't responded. I checked with Daru, but he hasn't seen her today either. Cosplay ends at 4 p.m. I focus on searching the cosplay area until then, but I still can't find her. Maybe she finished early and went home. I tried calling her home, no luck. They haven't seen her since she left this morning. Where is she? I'm always afraid that she'll disappear the second I take my eyes off her. It's been like that ever since she lost her grandmother. Maybe it's just my imagination. We've been so close for so long. I saw Mayuri at her weakest and most vulnerable. Maybe that has made me overprotective. But I don't care how other people see us. I just can't leave Mayuri alone. I step into the cemetery, the final resting place of Mayuri's beloved grandmother. When was the last time I came here? For about a year after Mayuri became my hostage, I'd periodically accompany her here. But I don't think I've been here since I entered high school, so it's been about 3 or 4 years. As I get closer to Mayuri's grandmother's grave, I begin to hear a voice. It's Mayuri. I'd recognize her voice anywhere. It sounds like she's talking to someone. I approach quietly. Hey, Granny. Mayuri is standing there, talking to the grave. What a relief. She hasn't disappeared. I decide to watch silently from a short distance away. I've been having scary dreams lately. For a second I wonder if she's learned to commune with the dead, but no, she's just talking to herself. In my dreams, bad things keep happening to me. Like someone shoots me, or a car hits me, or I get run over by a train. What? Don't tell me. It's so real. It hurts so much. And I feel so sad. And I try to call for help, but nothing comes out. Why do you think I'm having these dreams? Does she remember her deaths? All of them? Is she inheriting memories like I do? And you know, they always end the same way. Mayoshi's crying, and Okurin comes to save me. Mayoshi tries to say, "Thank you, Okurin," but Okurin can't hear my voice. He holds Mayushi and makes a very sad face like he's going to cry, but he never does, you know? I can tell he's forcing himself not to cry. Come to think of it, both Ferris and Lukuko remembered their memories from before the past changed. I used to think that memories couldn't be shared between world lines. I used to think that I was the exception with reading Steiner. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe everyone has the same power, and the only difference is how strong it is. Maybe reading Steiner is nothing special after all. That makes Mayushi even more sad. I try to say, sorry, sorry, but he still can't hear. And that's when I wake up. Why am I having these dreams? I've failed so many times to save her. I've watched her die again and again. Everything I've done has been to prevent that from happening, and yet have the memories of those deaths been tormenting her as she sleeps. I bite my lip in frustration. I still have a terrible decision to make. Do I save Mayuri? Or do I save Kurisu? There's no perfect ending here. I can't save them both. There's one, or there's the other. If I choose Kurisu, then Mayuri's dreams will become reality. I don't want Mayuri to feel any pain. Until now, I've thought only of saving her. That is my goal. But at the same time, I can't let Kurisu die. Again, my thoughts hit the same dead end. Mayuri hasn't noticed me yet. She's still staring at the sky, just as she was on the day I took her hostage. She's talking to her grandmother in heaven. Oh, right. We have a lot more lab mems now, you know? There's Chris-chan, there's Moeka-san, Luka-kun, and Ferris-chan. There's also Suzutan, but she moved away. That makes 8 of us. It's really amazing. On this world line, they all became lab mems. However, not a single one of them has sent an email. You know, it was just Okurin and Mayushi at first. Back then, Okurin seemed kinda bored most of the time. But now, he's having so much fun. Is that how she sees it? Well, she's not wrong. She really does know me, doesn't she? And that makes Mayushi happy too. It's so busy, but it's really exciting. Especially now that Chris-chan is here. She's really smart, you know. She got a paper published in a famous magazine. Mayushi really admires her. She even made a time machine. Oh, but can't forget Okurin and Daru helped too. Then Mayuri falls silent. Her gaze becomes distant. She stands still and looks up to the sky. What could she be thinking? But, you know, sometimes I remember back when it was just the two of us. When Mayushi had only just become Okurin's hostage. I'd go to the lab after school, but Okurin wouldn't be there, so I'd tidy up the room and decorate it with cute things. Then Okurin would finally show up a little later. Mayushi would say, "Welcome back," but instead of saying, "I'm back," Okurin would say, "Good work," like a big boss or something. Every day, we'd spend a few hours just hanging out, doing nothing, and then we'd go home together. We didn't talk much, but it wasn't bad. We were just there, together, you know? We'd sit next to each other on the sofa. Okurin would work on his big plans, and Mayushi would read manga or play games. And sometimes we'd have a snack together. It was so nice and relaxing. I never wanted to leave. I'd start feeling like a real hostage, and I'd laugh to myself. Then Okarine would turn to me and say, I remember. It was 4 months ago, still spring. The lab wasn't as lively as it is now. It was an isolated bubble of slow-moving time. Did something good happen? Yep. Well, not really, but kinda. It must have been an illusion. We could be under attack from Illusion Conductor, one of the organization's feared agents. Oh. Gotta be careful then. But you know, I'm sure that Mr. Illusion Kid Hugger... Conductor, not Kid Hugger. I'm sure he's not a bad guy. It was nothing, just meaningless chatter to pass the time. I felt so happy there. So happy I could cry. I wanted to stay like that forever. But that doesn't mean I don't like how things are now, okay? Mayuri shakes her head in denial. Finally, she stops looking up at the sky and bows her head instead. You know, I haven't talked to Okarine much lately. Maybe Mayoshi's getting a little lonely. It's true. I haven't had time to talk to her lately. But that's because I've been fighting to prevent her death, to keep her dreams from coming true. All so that Mayuri will keep smiling. I never again want to see her cry like she did on the day her grandmother died. But you know, I don't want to be a burden on Okarine. That word again. Burden. I've never thought of her as a burden. Mayoshi's just one big nuisance, isn't she? Granny? Mayuri lifts her face once more. I can't stay like this forever, can I? Of course you can. Huh? When I finally speak to Mayuri, she turns my way with a surprised expression. Her face is so soft, so innocent. Slowly, her lips curve into a smile. It's Okarine! Wow. How'd you know I was here? I always know where my hostage is. Hostage? You cannot escape my grasp. Not ever. Oh. But don't wear yourself out, okay? Mayoshi's a little worried. Who in Kyoma is not so weak as to require your concern? When the time comes, I'll tell you everything. Huh? So stay with me until then, like you always have. Okay. Mayuri stands up and turns to the grave once more. As an offering, she leaves a brand new white lily, as well as some dango dumplings. Let's head back, Okarine. Shouldn't we get some dango for ourselves first? Back when we used to visit the cemetery together, it was part of our daily routine to eat dango on the way back. Of course. Akiba is empty again today. The otaku have all made the exodus to Kamima for the second day of battle. But come nightfall, they will return to Akiba like a victorious army laden with spoils, and the streets will be chaos. I know Daru has gone to Kamima. The question is, has Mayuri? I hope she has. I want things to be normal again. I remember what I heard yesterday. The feelings Mayuri expressed at her grandmother's grave. The events of the last few weeks have affected her as well. After I escorted Mayuri home from the cemetery, I spent the whole night racking my brain for a third option, a way out of this mess. My thoughts were a jumble, ideas coming and going too fast to judge which were right and which were wrong. But of course, there isn't a right choice here. For in the end, it always comes back to the same question. Who do I let die? And no matter how I try to dance around it, the answer is always the same. I can't choose. There's no one else who can make this decision, is there? No. Even if there were, I know I'd never accept their choice, whichever it happened to be. Once again, I'm heading for the roof of Radikan. I had to get out of the lab. Mayuri or Karisu might return at any moment, and I can't face them now. I look up at the sky. The clouds are dark and heavy. It could start raining any minute now. I thought I was alone, but someone was here before me. Karisu is lying in the middle of the roof, arms and legs spread as if to make a snow angel. The image of Karisu in a pool of blood flashes through my mind. Is she alright? I run towards her, but before I make it halfway, she suddenly sits up and turns to face me. Okabe, you're alive. What a dumb thing to say. Fortunately, it looks like Karisu didn't hear me. She's busy combing her disheveled hair with her fingers. I breathe a sigh of relief. Right. I forgot I might run into you here. What were you doing? Thinking. Oh. Was she thinking about her death? I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. Karisu appears to be in the same boat. She's staring at the capsule toy dispenser in the corner, her face wearing the usual frown. The awkward silence drags on. When you think about it, Krisu's fate rests in my hands. My decision will determine whether she lives or dies. Her fantastic hypothesis yesterday was a desperate attempt to construct a scenario where she doesn't die. Even if she believes that her theory is correct, it must be difficult for her to avoid imagining her own death. I force a smile. I'm getting really uncomfortable here. Looks like I'm in your way, so I'll just go. Oh. Okay. Damn, I was expecting a sarcastic remark like, since when do mad scientists have manners, or something? Just then, something cold lands on the tip of my nose. When I look up, raindrops are landing on my forehead. An evening shower. It's only going to get more intense, and quickly. Karisu hasn't moved a muscle. She's just standing there with her arms folded, staring at the ground as if she doesn't notice the rain at all. Hi, it's raining. Huh? Oh, yeah. She's acting strange, like her mind is elsewhere. I knew it. She's been thinking about it. Whoa! In less than a minute, the rain turns into a full downpour. We had no time to seek shelter. What the hell? Chris's scream is drowned out by the roar of the rain. Whew! What a surprise. That's what you get for tempting the sky gods. Now safely inside the building, we take a moment to catch our breath. It's been a week since Suzua's time machine disappeared, but Radikan is still closed. The lights are off, and it's pretty dark inside. You should have warned me sooner. Even my underwear is soaked. Same here. I bet you're glad it's dark, huh? What do you mean? If the lights were on, I'd be able to see everything. Even in the dim light, I can tell that Chris is scrambling to cover her chest. I forgot you're a perv, too. You're the one who announced that your underwear was wet. Just drop it. If you're imagining what color my underwear is, I'll kill you. I'm not imagining anything. She's too self-conscious. But the color of her underwear, huh? Gotta be white. Achoo! Cold? I'm not stripping naked if that's what you're suggesting. Your perv tricks won't work on me. Who said strip? Calm down, will you? But if you want to strip, go right ahead. I can't make out your scrawny figure in this light anyway. Another word, and I'll make you eat your cerebral neocortex with ponzu sauce. Sorry. Please spare me that horror. Still, these wisecracks are a welcome distraction. A storm like that shouldn't last long. Guess we'll just wait it out. I see Chris's shadowy form move to sit on the staircase. I sit next to her. Hey, get your own stair. What? What? You're the one who said not to speak. You're too close. Don't come any closer, okay? You can stay where you are, but come any closer and I'll push you away, okay? Our bodies gradually grow cold. We start shivering. Maybe I should take off my wet clothes. But if I do that, Chris will just call me a bird again. Better not. My eyes gradually adjust to the darkness. I can see Chris more clearly now. She's huddled up against the wall. Don't look at me. Impossible. How can you see where I'm looking? Does she have infravision? So you were looking. Damn. She used leading question on me. That's such a high-level technique. I avert my eyes from Chris and take off my lab coat. That's when I notice my coat is torn at the shoulder. Damn. I must have cut on something when we ran inside. What are you talking about? Just a little tear in my coat. Is clumsiness one of your character traits? Don't be ridiculous. I am a mad scientist. I bear the curse of insanity, not clumsiness. It seems like forever since I've talked to Chris as Hoin Kyoma. Yeah. Chris suddenly holds out her hand. Give it here. What? I happen to have a sewing kit with me. I'll stitch it up for you. A sewing kit? You? Something wrong with that? I hand over my coat, as asked. You're an experiment-loving girl. You're not supposed to be domestic. Can't I be a domestic experiment-loving girl? You? Domestic? Relatively, maybe. Well, actually, I don't know the domesticity index for Japanese high school girls these days. There's an index for that? First I've heard of it. Cursor skillfully threads the needle, despite the darkness. It's wet, so it's kind of hard to thread. Did you really just happen to have that on you? Get over it already. Is it really so wrong for me to have a sewing kit? It's not wrong. It just seems like you planned for this. So you're saying I brought it with me because I somehow knew your coat was going to get ripped? Uh-huh. Ridiculous. And before you get the wrong idea, I'm not fixing your coat because I want to or anything, okay? Nice and very line. Don't mock me. You just happened to tear your clothes, and I just happened to have a sewing kit handy when you did. It's coincidence, that's all. Coincidence. Hey, you didn't time leap, did you? So now you're saying that I went back in time for the sole purpose of repairing your stupid lab coat. Uh-huh. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. There. It's so important. I said it twice. Comprendes? You're right. If you had time leaped, you would have brought a towel, not a sewing kit. What's that? Sarcasm? All you do is complain. After working for a while, Chrissy cuts the string with her teeth, then hands me back my coat. Here. Thanks. By the way, it was dark, so I couldn't really see. If it turns out bad, it's not my fault. It was dark. That's all. Oh, and I hope you like the color, because I have no idea which thread I used. It's random. Black, red, or pink. Those are the three possibilities. Let's just hope it's not pink. Achoo! Gold? I guess. Take my coat. But it's wet. Well, yeah, but... Silence again. The words flow out so naturally when it's just harmless banter. But 1 second of silence and suddenly I have nothing to say. It must be because of what happened yesterday. I'm so desperate to avoid the topic that nothing seems safe. I know I need to say something. But what? Have you made your decision yet? Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can hear it clearly in the silence of the empty stairwell. I look at Karisu. She's hugging her knees to her chest, presumably against the cold. My decision. I know what she means. That's why I can't answer. Sigh. You still haven't made up your mind. You like Mayuri, don't you? What? Where'd that come from? Karisu keeps staring into the darkness. It's probably just my imagination, but lately I've been seeing things, like a strange sort of deja vu. In these visions, you're fighting to save Mayuri all by yourself. You never give up, no matter how much it hurts. Karisu, too? And then you come to me for help. You're so desperate, so earnest, that I just have to do what I can. No, not that I'm doing it for you, okay? I just want to save Mayuri, that's all. Anyway, these images are stuck in my head, like memories. So Karisu's the same. She still has faint memories from previous world lines. I tried self-analysis. Maybe I'm mistaking dreams for reality, projecting my hopes and fantasies. I don't know. But there's one thing I do know. You have to save Mayuri. Aren't you afraid? To save Mayuri, I must undo the current world line. If I do that, Karisu will die. You know, it kind of feels like we're trapped in an accident. Loop in an ancient ruin. Karisu suddenly changes the subject. She looks around the dark, empty stairwell. Like the world ended. And we're the only two people left. I've been thinking. Say you go to the Beta world line, and everyone else goes with you. What if I can't go with you? What if I'm the only one left behind? Would the entire world become like this place? It's just a theory, but I can't help but wonder. I need to say it. I'll save you. Not just Mayuri, but don't make promises you can't keep. Karisu cuts me off sharply, then buries her face in her knees. You asked me if I wasn't afraid. Of course I'm afraid. Maybe I'll disappear. Maybe I'll be left behind all alone. Or maybe you will disappear and everything else will stay the same. The world will continue and nobody will even know that you existed. I'll go back to America as if nothing ever happened. Maybe. I feel hopeless just thinking about all the possibilities. But even so, Karisu raises her head and spears me with her glare. Do you think I would tell you to let Mayuri die? Karisu. Jesus, it's cold. Karisu grabs her own arms. In the darkness, I see her shoulders shaking. It's because of these wet clothes. This sucks. Anyway, because of this nonsense, it's nothing but conjecture. Baseless, worthless. I want to cut open my skull and excise the part of my brain that comes up with these delusions. Now she's talking to herself in an angry tone. Karisu has always been calm when faced with the unknown. I admired her for that. I thought she was facing this calmly too, but I was wrong. Because behind her cool facade, she was struggling to cope with the knowledge that her very existence was in jeopardy. She was fighting that fear all alone, and now it has finally come to the surface. Of course she's afraid. However brilliant she may be, she's still just an 18-year-old girl. Karisu abruptly stands up. I realize that I no longer hear the sound of rain pounding on the roof. Listen, Okabe. You can't save us both. Correct? No matter how you struggle, it's one or the other. But no buts. My answer won't change. Save Mayuri. I hear the pain in her voice, and also the resolve. Karisu has made up her mind. I look away and clench my fists. My nails dig into the palms of my hands. Are you telling me to give up? To abandon you? I could never do that. You can, and you must. There's no other way. No. You are our friend. I won't abandon you. Okabe! Kurisu drops to her knees and grabs me by the collar. I grasp for breath as she stares into my eyes. Her eyes are hard and stern. It's always like this when she scolds me. Always the same glare. Is there another solution? There isn't, is there? I don't want to live if it means sacrificing Mayuri. If you don't save her, I'll never forgive you. This can't be happening. I hate this choice with no right answer. I hate the universe for being so cruel. And most of all, I hate myself for forcing Chris to speak these words when she is the one with the most to lose. Tears well up in my eyes, but I bite my lip and hold them back. Is there really no other way? I can't bear it. I look straight back at Kurisu as she holds me by the collar. And tightly embrace her slender body. Her clothes are still wet from the rain, but all I feel is warmth radiating from the core of her being. But you're right here. Why does it have to be like this way? Okabe. Tension drains from her back and her hands. She gives her whole body to my embrace. Thank you. I know you're hurting for me, but you've done enough. I'm fine. So just think about Mayuri, okay? Despite her fear, Kurisu has made her choice. It's time for me to do the same. I need to decide, here and now, the future of the world. Which friend to let die? Holding Kurisu tightly, I whisper into her ear. I'm sorry. A meaningless apology. I want to save Mayuri. More than anything. These words are a death sentence, but I force myself to speak them. It takes every ounce of willpower I possess. I can't save you. I know. When I finish, I feel as if a great weight has left my shoulders, and at the same time, as if 1,000 needles are stabbing into my heart. Kurisu weakly returns my embrace. Then she lets go and stands up. Well then, there's already a look of relief on her face. I'm heading back. Back? Where? To America? The lab, of course. I need to dry my clothes. I want to take a shower, too. In that case, we should go back together. But before I can suggest it, Kurisu beats me to the punch, as if she read my mind. You stay here and soak for a while. Understand? We can't go back together. That's her verdict. Understand. I hang my head and shut my eyes. Chris's footsteps fade into the distance. I wrap my arms around my body. Even though it's summer and sweltering hot, I can't stop my body from shaking. I realize that part of me is relieved that Chrissy left alone. At least I won't have to face her again, to look upon the face of the girl I chose to die. I'm a coward. My self-loathing echoes in the darkness. I wait about 2 hours before returning to the lab. Kurisu is already gone when I get there. And she responds by text. Cease to inquire what the future has in store, and take as a gift whatever the day brings forth. Horace, Italian philosopher. I'm going back to my hotel. Do what needs to be done. Good night. I wait about 2 hours before returning to the lab. Chrissy's already gone when I get there, as I said. All she left is a single email. I sit down on the sofa while drying my hair with a towel. I look towards the PC in the corner of the room. It's already connected to the IBM 5100, ready for Daru to start hacking. I already got in touch with him. The hacking starts tomorrow at noon. I drove myself even further into a corner by telling that to Daru, Now I can't turn back, no matter how much I want to. I chose Mayuri. I will let Kurisu die. Showering didn't soften the wrenching pain in my heart. In truth, I'm just riding on Kurisu's resolve. Mine is still a flimsy thing. I can't help but wonder, is this really okay? Really? Anyone here? Mayuri opens the door and enters. For a moment after she catches sight of me, she looks ready to burst into tears, but that quickly gives way to a smile. It's Okurin. What's up? Oh, nothing. I just decided to stop by. I swallow hard. Maybe I should explain the situation to Mayuri. But I know she'll feel guilty if I tell her. Mayuri doesn't need to know. Everything will be okay as long as we crack CERN's database and reach the beta worldline. You know, I haven't talked much with Okurin lately. But, you know, I don't want to be a burden on Okurin. Can I really let it end like this? Shouldn't I tell her what Kurisu is sacrificing for her sake? Did you take a shower? Mayuri moves behind the sofa, grabs the bath towel on my head, and starts rubbing my hair dry. You smell good. Like shampoo. I didn't mind the towel so much, but she buries her nose into my hair and starts sniffing. Stop that. I jerk my head away. Mayuri goes back to drying my hair. You know, I didn't go to Kamima today. Why? I was thinking about Okurin. When I got to Ariakai, I remembered how sad you looked, and then I thought I shouldn't be having fun at Kamima, so I turned around and came all the way back. Oh, I'm sorry for making you worry. Should I tell her? Or should I keep her in the dark? You know, I haven't talked much with Okurin lately. Maybe Mayushi's getting a little lonely. Mayuri, how would you feel if I said I was keeping a secret from you? You mean like Okurin and Chris-chan are actually dating? Where did that come from? Okurin and Chris-chan get along really well, right? I think you two are meant for each other. No, it's nothing like that. Oh, okay. You don't have to tell me everything if you don't want to. Besides, it's normal to keep secrets from your hostage. This isn't the time for that. Mayuri's hand leaves my head. I look over my shoulder in a panic, thinking she wandered off again. She's there. I grab her hand, perhaps more forcefully than I meant to. Mayushi doesn't want to be a burden. Again. So I'll wait until Okurin's ready to tell me. Just like I said yesterday, remember? And if I decide to never tell you? Well, I'd be curious. Really curious. But if that's what you want, even if my secret involves you? Mayushi, I haven't told you because I don't want to hurt you. Is that why Okurin looks sad all the time? Then I do want to know. I don't like it when Okurin's sad. Even if it means you might get hurt? Mayuri replies, with a gentle smile. Yeah. She nods without a hesitation. Her smile is so sincere, it strikes me speechless. Mayushi doesn't want to be a burden. When Mayushi was sad because of what happened to Granny, Okurin took Mayushi hostage, remember? That's why Mayushi always thought that whenever Okurin's sad, she could lend her strength to him, you know? Mayushi might not be useful though. Useful. Suddenly I remember, Mayuri is going to die tomorrow. I've been through it once before. She died protecting me, and her last words were, finally, Mayushi was useful to Okurin. So this is what she meant. I don't want to see you hurting. Very well. If that's how she feels, I'll tell her everything. I let go of Mayuri's hand and pat the sofa beside me. Take a seat. Mayuri does as she's told. Can I get some snacks? This is serious, remember? Oh, right. Mayuri sits up straight with her hands folded in her lap. Okay, ready. Everything I'm about to tell you is the truth. It's related to those dreams you had. I plan to sacrifice one of our friends for your sake. Eh? Okay. Anxiety clouds Mayuri's face, but I ignore it and take her chin in my fingers. A switch has already flipped inside of me. You'll soon regret your curiosity, my dear, for the deeds of the great Huan Kyoma are many and terrible. And so I begin, speaking as the mad scientist whose foolish experiments brought everything to ruin. I start with the first raid on the lab. I tell Mayuri how Moeka killed her. Next, I tell her about Susua and Ferris, about Lukuko, Moeka, FB, and Ne. I describe their fates in every detail. And finally, I tell her about Kurisu. By sacrificing Marcus and Kurisu, I will embark upon a journey to a glorious new world. There was a lot to explain. And Mayuri kept asking questions, desperate to understand the strange concepts I was throwing at her. Thanks to that, the conversation went longer than expected. It's already getting late. And that is the plan, most grand and devious, of the insane mad scientist Huan Kyoma. I call it Made in Heaven. Finally, it's over. Mayuri says nothing. She's staring at her hands, which are clenched into tiny, trembling fists. She looks ready to cry any second. What's the matter? Mayuri shakes her head and bites her lip. The whole time you and Christian were hurting, Mayushi was making costumes like nothing was wrong. I feel so stupid. I didn't know anything. Oh, of course you didn't. That's how I planned it. Are you disappointed in me, Mayuri? Sorry, but this is who I am. I will do anything, sacrifice anyone to accomplish my goals, whether you like it or not. You're coming with me to the Beta World Line. You are my hostage, and you have no say in the matter. Let chaos descend upon the world. That is the choice of Stein's Gate. Mayuri ignores my performance. She gets to her feet and lurches towards the door. I quickly grab her by the wrist. Where are you going? I need to see Christian. Please, Okrin. I have to talk to her. There's no way I can refuse Mayuri's request. I contacted Kurisu. We arranged to meet on the UPX overpass at 4:30 in the morning. I was wondering why she wanted to meet so early, but I understand once I see her. She's dragging a large suitcase. Thanks for coming to see me off. She faces us with a smile. Does that suitcase mean what I think it does? Oh, yeah, it does. You're going back to America. Kurisu nods. I was supposed to go back at the beginning of the month, but then I ran into a certain mad scientist and ended up staying longer than planned. There's nothing else I can help you with anything. Excuse me, there's nothing else I can help you with anyway, and I don't want to be a liability. Is she doing this for me? Or is she trying to outrun her fear? It's not my right to stop her. Even if I did, it wouldn't change anything. Today, as planned, I will crack CERN's database and move to the Beta World Line. I've made my decision. Mayuri is next to me, standing still with her head hung. What's wrong, Mayuri? Are you feeling sick? I gently nudge her back. Come on, Mayuri. She takes one step, pauses for a second, then leaps on Kurisu with a cry. Chris-chan! Whoa! What's going on? Mayushi doesn't want Chris-chan to disappear. Kurisu hears the desperate plea in Mayuri's voice. She gives me a look that asks, "Did you tell her?" I silently nod. "You can't disappear. Not for Mayushi, okay?" Mayuri. Mayushi doesn't want to live if Chris-chan has to die. I expected Mayuri might say that. It's absolutely essential that I remain firm. I feel bad for Kurisu, but it needs to be said. This is the way it has to be. I chose you, Mayuri. You have an obligation to live. Pain stabs through my heart. These words are reprehensible. Kurisu and I made a pact. She agreed to trade her life for yours. If that sacred covenant is broken, this world is doomed. I clench my fist tight to suppress my self-loathing. Don't put Kurisu's feelings to waste, Mayuri. But... Thank you, Mayuri. Kurisu wraps her arms around Mayuri's back, returning the hug. But this was my decision too. I'm okay with it, really. Okabe loves you, you know. What are you saying? It's true, isn't it? She gives me a mischievous smile. It would make him really sad if you died. You don't want him to be sad, do you? But if Chris-chan goes away, it'll make Mayushi sad. Yeah, I know. It makes me sad too. But this was going to happen eventually. I had to go back to America sooner or later. So, even if you move to another world line, just think of me as being in America. It's practically the same thing. That's not the problem. I don't want Chris-chan to disappear. Let's stop this, okay? Don't make Chris-chan disappear. Kurisu separates from Mayuri and gazes straight into her face. You have to listen to us now, Mayuri. She uses a gentle tone, as if speaking to a child. Then she lightly bumps Mayuri on the head. Okabe, don't ever let go of her again. I know. Well, I'm off. Thank God I'll never have to see her silly face again. She punctuates her insult with a smile. She's so cheerful now. A far cry from the shivering girl in the dark. To see her like this breaks my heart. I'm sorry. I repeat those words in my heart again and again, begging for forgiveness. Kurisu turns to go. Don't go, Chris-chan. Please, don't go. Don't follow me. She shouts over her shoulder. Mayuri freezes. I don't want pity. It will only make it worse. This is my decision. Nothing you can say will change my mind. Goodbye. Promise me, Mayuri. Promise me you'll find happiness. With that, Kurisu walks away. Early morning, Akihabara, well before sunrise. The trains are just starting to run. She disappears into the station, dragging her suitcase behind her, alone. Mayuri falls to her knees, her face streaked with tears. As I approach, I hear her voice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. This was my decision, and mine alone. Kurisu will disappear, for I chose not to save her. I chose to bring chaos to the world. You can't forgive me, can you, Mayuri? Then hate me. But even then, you're staying with me to the end. I have chosen. To save you, I will let Kurisu die. So hate me, loathe me, curse my name. But I will not turn back. Nobody can stop me now. Mayuri slowly stands up. Then she buries her face into my chest, just like she did to Carissa. Oh, Krin. Tell me how you really feel. How I really feel? Mayuri looks straight into my eyes. I want to know what's in your heart. Your honest feelings. Mayushi doesn't want to be a burden anymore. You're not a burden. How can you think that? This is about me. Because I want to save you. Because I can't bear to lose you. Yeah. Thank you, Okurin. Thank you. Mayuri tries her hardest to smile through her tears. And then, once again, she buries her face into my chest. I've been having scary dreams lately. In those dreams, you always tried to save me. They weren't dreams, were they? You were fighting to save Mayushi, weren't you? Okurin? No. Mayushi loves you. Mayushi can smile every day because you're there for me. Can we be together from now on, too? Of course. I answer Mayuri with my embrace. How can you ask that? I don't want to be apart from you either. Yeah. Mayushi will find happiness. Just like I promised Christian. Yeah. Let's be happy together. We will. Never let go of me. I won't. Let me love you forever. Of course. The radiance of the rising sun pours out between the buildings. Daybreak. As the sky grows brighter, we remain in our embrace, as if to reassure each other that we are still there. The time has come. We will now commence the final phase of Operation Verthandi. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today is the last day of Kamima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have seen constant change. It's incredible to think that at one point this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. The memories we made, the experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is sorrow in me, and guilt. I engrave them deep into my heart. I'll never forget, I mustn't forget, these long yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything to normal. Susua's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters. Daru, you may begin. You sure? Yeah. Okie dokie. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, where they keep the data they mine with Echelon. There, we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the Beta World line. At least, that is to say, at last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still, with her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Ever since we parted with Kurisu, Mayuri has said nothing about my choice. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work I've left to Daru. No problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing. And because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it saved me more than once. But still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again. Okurin, I found it! It's really there. The email I sent? It's there. It sure is, man. Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Kurisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. This data led Stern to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moeka and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That will take us to Attractor Field Beta. To the bit world line within its range of convergence. To a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly. Okurin. It's okay. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down. Everything's set. One press of the enter key, and that date is gone. Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat. I leave that honor to you, Okurin. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time, it ends. Chrissy's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. I slowly raise my right hand and extend my index finger. Victory is at hand! Daru twitches at my cry. With unimaginable brilliance and unwavering conviction, I have defeated our vast and powerful enemy and now stand triumphant on the field of Ragnarok. I give thanks to my comrades whose sacrifices made this victory possible. One press of this key, and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it has been stitched together with jagged pink thread. The coming world is the world I wished for. I wished for Mayuri to live, and Kurisu to die. And the truth, I must never forget it. This is the choice of Stein's Gate. This is the choice of Okaberentaro. El Sai Conqueror. Let the world be reborn. I swing down my finger and strike the enter key. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. After a while, the spinning stops, and color gradually returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated. The world line has changed. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. I reach out to her, and she takes my hand with a smile. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder, where Kurisu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine? No, that's not the time leap machine. That's the phone wave, name subject to change. The upgrades Kurisu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects, save one. Kurisu was never here. I thought that I was prepared for this. But now that I'm face to face with the cruel consequence of my decision, I feel powerless, defeated. I want to cry. What's wrong, Okurin? Mayuri runs up and grabs my arm. Say, Mayuri? Yeah? Was Lab Mem 004 again? I need to ask, even though I know what the answer will be. 004? But Okurin, there's only 3 Lab Mems, remember? Okurin, Miyushi, and Daru-kun. The tears come. I crumble to my knees and cover my face with my hands. Yeah. Right. Our lab doesn't have a fourth member. It never did. Her existence was rejected by the world. Okurin, something really sad happened, didn't it? Mayuri rubs my back. Mayushi's here for you, Okurin. I embrace Mayuri. I stifle my voice and cry. Okurin, don't cry. Please, don't leave me, Mayuri. Please, stay by my side. Forever. Mayuri tenderly strokes my head. Mayushi will always be with you. Always. Just like this. All trace of Kurisu's existence has vanished. This proves that I have returned to my original world line. This is the world I struggled to reach. The world is what traveled through time to create. A world where the future is free. Nothing has changed, and yet, this is my utopia. As they say, that was the 0 out of 6 true flags ending, which is to say the Mayuri ending, which is to say the end, question mark. Now, my thought process has been that was the shortest one recording so far, so should I try my best to go through all of the previous endings that could have been? I'm thinking so. And then the next time I record will be the Kurisu ending, which is the last one that I've ever done. And then after that, I can do the true ending, which I've never done. Alright. I don't know if pressing the enter button will skip the credits. Nonetheless, these people deserve to be seen whether you can read the characters or not. I assume. No. We'll let the credits run. Yeah. More credits. I'll be back. I'm gonna change shirts. Burn it up. All right. Headphones. Left on the pull-up bar. All right, where were we? The night of the 17th passed. The night of the 18th passed, and Mayuri still didn't die. I've kept a close watch for 3 days since then. There have been no attacks, no accidents, no sign that anything might happen. That was enough to convince me that Mayuri is safe. Together with Daru, I destroyed the phone wave and the IBN 5100. Although we have lost the ability to send emails, that is a small price to pay to stay below CERN's radar. Tenoji is downstairs in the Braun Tube workshop watching TV on the 42-inch CRT, like always. When I went to check out Radican, I found it open for business as usual. A search of the internet turned up no mention of a satellite crash. Instead, I found a small article in the local section of a newspaper dated July 28th. It was a report on Chris's murder. Her moida. There was no follow-up. The culprit is still at large. According to Daru, the police questioned me several times. It was I who discovered the body after all. Of course, I don't remember any of that. At any rate, Mayuri is still alive. I've accomplished what I set out to do. It's over. Okarin! Mayuri emerges from the ticket gate, waving her hand as she runs my way. She weaves through the gaps between shoppers and maids handing out leaflets, and when she gets to me, she looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Why are you crying? Mayuri doesn't answer me. She just strokes my cheek, gently, silently. She's crying, but she doesn't seem sad. Rather, she seems overcome with emotion. Okarin came to pick me up. You waited for Mayushi. I'm so happy. Don't get so happy over every little thing. Mayuri wipes away her tears, making room for her shy, innocent smile. So, Mayushi, class changed from hostage to girlfriend, right? Indeed. I have no idea how to respond to such an embarrassing question. But she's right. Mayuri and I are officially a couple. After these long, painful 20 days, I finally noticed how important Mayuri is to me. Plus, she told me that she loved me. Thank goodness. It wasn't just a dream. Let's get going already. I'm gonna die standing in this damn heat. I started walking without waiting for Mayuri's response. But the lab's hot too, isn't it? At least we've got a fan. And besides, I'm thirsty. Gotta get my daily dose of Dr. P. It's Sunday. Despite the heat, I see plenty of shoppers laden with bags enjoying themselves on the streets of Akiba. I suddenly feel a void in my heart. Nothing about this town has changed. Yet it feels like something is missing from my life. No doubt it's the gap that was left by Kurisu. There's no such thing as a perfect future. That is a fantasy that nobody can realize. I mustn't forget. This is the future I wished for, fought for, and won. I have what is most important to me, Mayuri. I should be thankful for that. I am blessed far beyond the common man. I look beside me and realize that Mayuri's not there. I turn around. She's not there either. Mayuri? She's gone. She's always like this. Sometimes she just wanders off. Anxiety seizes my heart. Mayuri promised she would never leave me. This world line is worthless without her. Mayuri! I shout her name at the top of my lungs. I search for her in the crowd, but it's too thick to see. Mayuri! Over here! I turn around and see Mayuri running towards me. In her hands is shaved ice. You said it was hot, remember? I thought it'd be nice to eat something cold. Don't scare me like that. I feel so relieved. I want to embrace that small body of hers, but we're in public, so I stop myself. I take the shaved ice and hold my empty hand out to Mayuri. Hold my hand. Okay. Mayuri takes my hand. Her slender fingers intertwine with mine. Let's save the shaved ice for when we get to the lab. It's too hard to eat while walking. Eh? But won't it melt? If it melts, it melts. Oh. Well, I guess you're right. We can't eat if we're holding hands anyway. I won't let go. I won't ever let you go. Mayushi won't let go either. Mayuri puts a little more strength into her grip. Love for her fills my heart. Suddenly, Mary looks up at Radican. Okay. Is it possible to dream when you're awake? When you're awake? You mean a daydream? Is that what it's called? You're so smart. I don't know who it was, but Mayushi feels like she had a very important friend. What? And whenever I think about that important friend, my heart hurts. Like, you know? And sometimes I hear a voice. A voice? The voice tells me to find happiness. All of that was undone. I erased those memories, sacrificed them. I wonder if that voice is the reason Mayushi's with Okurin now. Perhaps everybody remembers their experiences from other world lines. Those memories may be vague and tenuous, but they're there. They speak to us in the form of dreams, visions, and deja vu. If I ever meet that person, I want to tell them thanks. I'm not the only one who remembers. I wonder who it was. It must have been God. Oh, well, thanks, God. Mayushi's really happy. Mayuri looks up. She reaches out to the sky, like always. She shakes hands with the Stardust, twinkling beyond the coat of blue. I look up too, to hold back the tears. And on we walk, hand in hand. Heart equals broken. Oh, I guess that was the true. I guess that was the true ending. Question mark? What the? Am I crazy? I really didn't time out. Am I a crazy person? Huh. I thought that was the 0 out of 6. Am I? Whatever. You know what? It is what it is. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Okay, we'll load something. We'll load the prologue. We'll skip ahead because, you know, this is already happened in theory. You know, this is the beginning of the game, the end of the story, as it were. Oh no, yeah, it's totally not been mentioned before. Okay. Yeah. All that stuff happens. Yep. Time. You know. Wouldn't that this hoodie were a time hoodie? Anyways. I have something to attend to as this crazy time goes. Oh. Okay, let's close that up. Yep. I don't know how fast it's going currently. Ah, yes. Now where's my phone? Blah, blah. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like I should know what's going on, but I don't. Okay, well, I know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yep. What? I guess I'm just a completionist without knowing it. Anyways. Yeah. It's all happened, I swear. This has all happened before. I'm gonna do the right thing. Anyways, this is the game. It's also a story, like, you're supposed to read the words. Anyways, I've got all the flow charts set up over here. I don't think it really, like in theory it matters. Like if this were a real person's life and I'm controlling them, it matters, you know, send the message, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That being said, skipping ahead. Blah. I'm basically just giving the rundown. Like this is the story, but like TLDR, TLDW, TLDP, whatever. Still being skipped. Apparently I've done most of the achievements, but not all the achievements. I'm not going to try like all the achievements right now since I'm streaming, but what I will try is to at least get up to the point of so don't sell. Don't sell it. Yep, video games. Yep. Yep. I would have, had I opened the achievement, opened the attachment, got an achievement, blah. So hot. Didn't read the mail. Don't think it's that important. Could be wrong. Oh, call Daru. Oh, you know I gotta do it. Yep, that's the game. Progression. Yep, really going through. These are the characters. These are who they are. This is totally not the beta world line. Yes. So what happens if I... See, I'm looking at a flowchart, but that doesn't actually tell me how to play the game. I have to use my memories and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. It just feels like the right choice, you know? Okay, yeah, nyan nyan and stuff. Okay. Don't I had to pull Daru away from Varys so we could... Okay. See, I don't remember. Okay. Oh wait, no, is this... Nope, that's not it. That ain't it, Chief. Okay, there it is. See, this is the one that would lead to the Princesses of Chaos, allegedly, so I'm gonna zoom in on this. Oh yeah, the final battle is close at hand. Select a red Southern Cross, it says. Yeah, that one. Oh, maybe I should read it, you know? Who knows? I see. So the holders of Original Sin, those who, like me, were born of Prototype 13, have begun to assemble in Aqaba, guided by the star that we alone can see. The time is right. Yeah, but what I said, which is to say what Okabe said. Okay. And we skip ahead a little bit longer, and then we receive some more mail, and we open the attachment, and that gives us Princess of Chaos 1 out of 2. Hello? Trying to click on the mail. Hello? Is this thing on? There it is. Cool. Yes. The holders of Original Sin, also known as the Prophets, Nyan. Among them is the girl known as the Fallen Angel, who accepted chaos, Nya. I attached a picture of her face, so remember it well, Nya. Oh, and before I forget, looking at the picture without protection will cause Divine Eye to activate Original Sin Excitation Mode 666 Compulsory Receptor Release, which will annihilate you at the subatomic level, so be careful, Nya. Oh yeah, that's very chaotic, that picture. Okay, I already apparently did it though. I don't know how much of this flowchart I've actually completed in the past. That being said, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be calling the phone wave. Yeah, there you have it. Okay, what was it? 60? Is that what he's... No, once again, I guess we're doing it. 120 style. Yep. So next is a mail from Mayuri, and I open the attachment, and that'd be Hero of Rhynet, 1 out of 5. Rhynet Gakuru is really interesting. You should try watching it sometime, Okrin. It has lots of stuff that makes you think. It's not just for kids. What? Wow, it was a lot more reading than I was expecting, but hey, I will absolutely read it. Because this is a flowchart, which is from the internet, which is not of the game, but it helps through the crazy flowchart logic that Steins Gate operates by. Rhynet Gakuru, access number 1. The rumored guy is no good. Mystery, transfer student. A net cafe in New York City. Someone types an email. In an hour, start the cyber attack against the Department of Defense. Yumehara Kakuru is a 5th grader who just recently transferred to Kaikauya Elementary. Although flawless, wow, I did not read all of that at all. flawless in academics and sports, he doesn't particularly stand out. His classmates, Kari and Tamaru, are members of the school's small computer club and try to get Kakeru to join with the reasoning that they need anybody to increase their numbers. But Kakeru isn't interested. Kirari, he's probably not good with computers. It can't be helped. Then one day, during computer class, Tamaru shows off her touch typing skills to Kakeru, while rebuking Tamaru for that. Kirari displays her abundant knowledge of computers and the internet. Tamaru, hey, Kirari, look at the transfer student. He's only using one finger to type. Kirari, come on, stop that, Tamaru. He's just a transfer student, so he can't help it, can he? Everyone in the class looks down on Kakeru's lack of ability when they see him slowly press keys one by one as if to confirm each individual keystroke. It is at that moment that a low whirring sound emerges from Kakeru's bag. As everyone looks on in amazement, he reaches in and pulls out a sub-notebook PC that would make any kid jealous. Moreover, it has a unique design. Tamaru, this guy can't be real. A sub-notebook, even though he types one-fingered? Kirari, that's not it, Tamaru. Look, that sub-notebook doesn't have a display. Tamaru, Kikari, I've never seen anything like that. It's making a screen. The Upa inside Kakeru's sub-notebook delivers an emergency mail from Nagaya-san. Written in the mail is the surprising news that the Department of Defense has been hacked. Upon confirming the contents of the mail, Kakeru's eye color changes and his movements accelerate to a surprising rate. The entire class stares in disbelief as he removes the screen from the special sub-notebook and connects the keyboard to a school computer. As emergency countermeasures, he uses the school computer to begin pursuit of the cracker. Kirari and Tamaru are astonished when Kakeru starts operating the keyboard with violent force. Kakeru pursues the traces of the cracker, who hides his identity by using servers throughout the world, easily exterminating obstacles such as trap viruses. He draws close to his opponent. The Net Cafe in New York City. A window opens on the monitor. Kakeru finally corners the culprit. Faster than cyber police units throughout the world and the CIA, Kakeru reaches the culprit's computer and accosts him through chat. The culprit calls himself Jay. Jay releases viruses. They are powerful things, which have the ability to force other people's computers to freeze. But Kakeru defends himself by shooting a precise vaccine, slowly approaching the culprit's whereabouts. The location is found to be somewhere in New York. In just a few moments, he'll have the exact address. Jay is surprised by Kakeru's ability. I never thought I'd have to use this, he says as he takes out a strangely shaped CD-ROM. Kakeru is unable to defend against the virus released from that CD-ROM. Furthermore, all the computers in the classroom are destroyed by that mystery program. The battle has ended in Kakeru's complete defeat. The computer room teacher's face reddens with rage. At that time, the school dismissal bell rings. While feeling regret, Kakeru rollerblades to his meeting with Nagaya-san. Kirari and Tamaru, wanting to know what sort of person Kakeru is, chase after him. Nagaya-san tells him that the computer virus Jay used in the very dangerous monster program, Vios, the mystery monster program, made for an unknown purpose. Their destructive force is said to be thousands of times stronger than normal viruses. There are 9 types of these unreproducible monster programs. It is said that he who collects all of them can control the entire internet world. Simply put, this monster program is legendary on the internet, and the hacker has appeared who can use it. This is a global state of emergency. What should I do? Kakeru cries. In reply, Nagaya-san takes out a gaudy-looking input card. We're not going to stand here and watch. We're just about finished developing a new Rainet card. What is this new Rainet card? And what is Kakeru's true identity? Meanwhile, in New York City, the Net Cafe's door opens, and out comes a pretty boy. Kakeru, huh? What an interesting guy. While putting away a strangely shaped CD-ROM, he laughs like he's enjoying himself. That boy is the great school hacker who shook the world in the past. A J. Oh. Alright, that's achievement 1 out of 5. Or that is to say, flag 1 out of 5 for achievement. Hero of Frightnet. Oh. And then we're skipping ahead to the end of chapter 1. The Gel Nana. And as we wait for chapter 2, Interpreter Rendezvous, we will prepare to accept the mail from Ferris that says, I wake up. Well, it's actually wild. That's the weird thing about these flowcharts and their colors. So I don't see I wake up to this twilight sun, but it could still be there. Let's see. I don't see it anywhere. Okay, and it's from Mayuri, so it's not the one I'm looking for. Continuing. How many texts per second? Ah, this is it. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window, and a text from Ferris. The Ferris. I have to select 2000. I guess I could read it. Kiyomo, when operation in the mundane world, when operating, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah? You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting, yeah, ha 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 ha. Anyways, 2000, I respond by saying, is the church still devoted to that fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't need to discredit old gods to save. Let's finish that. Doesn't need to discredit old gods to save them. Wow, an important word. Anyways. Okay, and so next we're waiting for, I believe, Luca code, while we are saying, anyway, you must not tell anyone else. And we will receive a mail from Luca, and I will be selecting family. Okay, I don't... Aha! I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swings today. I respond, you sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have anyway? And Daru keeps insisting that shrine maidens should come in pairs. Okay, I respond, family. Next we got something from Ferris, or rather, I'm not talking to Ferris when it happens. Oh, that didn't stop it. I think that's probably from Lukoko. Alright, oh wait, maybe I am supposed to pause. Okay, let's see. Some Shining Finger, don't worry about it. Speaking of which, I should probably, as I am progressing through. Okay, I don't think that's... Huh? Oh, it's from Susua. Never mind. I want to look up the Stein's big flow chart, which will give me the key for the colors, which is the main thing I was interested in this very moment. Okay. Whoa. Okay, here we go. So now, green is Daru, red is Kusu, Susua is like a tan kind of light brown, Mayuri's a white, Mayuri is a blue, Ferris is pink, Luca is gray, and Moeka is yellow. So, where was I? Chapter 2. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, continuing. Looking for a... I already got the Luca one. Looking for a Ferris message. And I don't respond, but I do open an attachment. That's not Ferris. Moving on. Okay. Oh, well, you know. Got mail. I guess I probably am supposed to open it for the story. Yeah, yep. Okay. Okay. It's here. Oh, this is once again for the story. Yep, moving on. Ah, I still maintain a star expression. Nope. Nope. This one's from Varys. And then I open the attachment, which is... probably that same chick that was sent that picture of the Chaos Head band lady singer. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, I don't see that you'd never ridden a bicycle. Maybe that's the next line. Anyways, going to not worry about it. Assume that is not it. Okay. So... wait, no, that was definitely the Song of Process. Yeah, so that was Songs of Chaos 1 out of 3. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to... see, I don't know how many of these choices are, like, important. And, like, because you can sometimes skip. I knew it. Okay. So, like, for example, I haven't been down this route before, so I have to, like, do it slowly. Once I finish drinking my juice, I aimlessly head toward Chuadori. And then comes an email. Okay, still not skippable. It's from Shining Finger. That's a quick reply. I asked her to call, so I should reply by email. Wait, she wants it by email. There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. Oh, see, gotta skip it, apparently. Another one. That's the thing about Shining Finger. She really makes this quite confusing with the fact that she texts all the time. It's not her fault, question mark? I don't know, man. Okay. Oh, there's gonna be a phone call from Mayuri, so I either... speaking of which... so either way... Alright, I mean, I answer it, yeah. Uh-huh. And then now that I've answered it, there's going to be a text from Lukako, which I think I've already done this achievement, but it's kind of just like, kind of just an option, you know? It's like anybody who's watching this could be like, oh, that's how you get that achievement. I may not be getting it, but, you know, I'm looking at a flowchart that you could be potentially looking at. Okay, so that would be the Cruel Sister achievement, in theory, although I have already done it, personally. Also, Carolina's barking. So next, getting a phone call from Karisu at some point. I'm assuming that's what this is. So I could either ignore it and get Luga's help, or I could answer it and get Karisu's help. Which apparently doesn't matter? I don't really know, honestly. I'll just answer. No, I feel like in the canon, Tom Riddle plays Steins Gate. I ignored it last time. I guess. Because I'm pretty sure Karisu didn't help me last time. Most recently. And then get a message from Shining Finger from Moeka. Got info. I either read or I don't read. I either get... Oh, yeah, the Teary Kurisu or the non-Teary Kurisu. So yeah, let's ignore it because don't want the person right in front of me crying. So she no cry. I ignore it. Oh, there you go. Is this the one from Luca? Yep. And if I respond, you know. Oh, I mean, technically I would have just gotten it. Alright. Well. Let's see here. If I respond... You know, this is technically not that big of a deal, so like I can just skip that. Because that's not progressing towards an achievement. I would have already gotten it. The Cruel Sister achievement. Okay, moving on. This is going to end chapter 2, I believe. So next is chapter 3, and I'll get a message from Ferris. So yeah, now we're in chapter 3. Ferris will send a message. I have two options though. I have select theme song or Phantasm. One will get me the Songs of Chaos, one will get me the Hero of Rhynet. So now I could check and see, in theory, which one I do or don't have. I don't have the songs. I don't have either of them, honestly, so let's do this. Let's save. Shift, save. We'll save right here. And do Songs of Chaos. Okay. Assuming that this is indeed the Ferris message. Yep. Okay, so you either select Phantasm, Chaos, and then open attachments, or you select theme song, Rainet Kakaru, and open attachments. So we'll start with Phantasm. Okay, so this will be... I guess I should read that in theory. You bought Phantasm's debut single, yeah, it's the theme song for Rainet Kakaru, so it's really popular. Ferris bought me 5 copies, yeah, it's my duty as a Rainetter. Anyway, there's an important secret hidden in Phantasm's song. The key to unlocking it is, the bell's ringing, yeah, looks like someone's here, better see who it is. And I responded, the band's vocalist. I feel a strong resonance from her. Ooh. Well, that'll be the Phantasm one. And I could also... I'll just... See, I don't know if I should save now or whatever. I might have some logic, but I also might have to wait. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So next it's... This is the part-time warrior. Oh, that's a gray. Alright, no, that's Luca. So, I will not worry about this one. Sorry, moving on. Beep boop bop, beep boop bop. Okabe's a perv. Okay, that reminds me. Look at my history. Oh wait, am I supposed to... Oh yeah, from the assistant, right? Whatever, I'll just keep pressing the button before... Yeah, like that, exactly. Whoops. Anywho. Blah, 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 blah. So many frames, so many frames. Okay, this one's from Lukaku. Was he mad? About frogs. So I respond, Garo Froggies. Are you familiar with Garo Froggies? They were a huge fad last year. We have a tons of them at the shrine, so if you like, could you take a few off our hands? Dad brought a whole box home for some reason. Then he said they were for me. I don't know what to do with them. P.S. I was so bewildered I couldn't do any practice swings with Samidare. Okay. Those weird looking frog things that were popular with teenage girls in Shibuya last year, right? If I'm not mistaken, they came out with a wide variety of them. Okay. And then I'll get sent a picture of those, and that will be that achievement, but I've already gotten it, whatever. Just seeing if I should do it in a specific way. You can't really speedrun this game, but if you could, it would be like a post-game thing, right? It's just Shining Finger. Okay. It says I have mail. Oh, hello? Still Shining Finger. Yep. Not reading it. Next one's Lukaku again. Nope, never mind. Still me. Moeka. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, takes the picture. Cool, cool, cool. Still Shining Finger. I'm gonna be got a lot like that, aren't I? Still only in chapter 3. Wow, lots of mail. So many emotions. I wonder who it's from. Okay, I am kind of curious. I would hate to be wrong about who it is. Interesting how that works, though. Can't click on it even though it's up there. But now I can. What the? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, this time for sure. This time for sure. See? It's the frogs thing I was telling you about. It's like an achievement or something. That being said, it's a 1 out of 3 froggy achievement, so I think I'll have to choose whether to progress with the frog achievements while doing the Phantasm and theme song achievements. Anyways. I'm gonna be honest, Shining Finger makes this so confusing. But, you know, her emotions are valid. That's all I'm saying. What is going on here? So am I ever gonna get the fact that this game is, everything revolves around looking at the phone, but also like the branching pathways have to do with looking at the phone too. Just really makes this kind of a confusing process, if you ask me. Maybe I've just got a terrible attention span. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, you know it. Ferris. Okay, so here we go. So now's my chance to select Chaos because I'm going for the Songs of Chaos achievement. Okay. The vocalist, Fess, is also known for the fallen angel who accepted chaos as the fall. I got a hair. Excuse me. Did I get it? I guess so. And Kakitis Force Raid, her atmosphere has changed a little since her indie days. Yeah, that just makes me think of Persona 3, to be honest. Fess or whatever. Become chaos, bearing an endless pain. Blah, 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 blah. Bearing a egg. Anyways. Moving on. I did the chaos one, which means I'll have to open attachments on the next one, which will give me Songs of Chaos. And then I'll have to skip through all of this all over again. Okay. This is from Ferris again, so I'm opening attachments, right? Become chaos, yeah. So that's 2 of 3. Song of Chaos, 2 of 3. Everybody. Okay. Very exciting stuff. Okay. And then we got... just then my phone rings. It'll be Daru. Do I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay. This game is great at stimulating your imagination, but also not great at following through. But it's, you know, it's a game from 2009, so like, what do you expect of it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just then my phone rings. So I either consult Kurisu or I talk with Daru and Mayuri. Let's ignore it this time. I don't remember who I picked up. See, I can't remember if I picked up or didn't, so I'm just gonna stick with this because Kurisu's here, and I know she is the kind of person who likes to, you know, not be ignored when somebody's right there in front of her. Whatever. Okay, so that should be the end of chapter 3 soon. Yeah. It's probably going to, yeah, look anyways. Whatever. It's a lot of words, as usual. Chapter 3 will be ending soon. And once I get the 3rd Song of Chaos, which I hope is in the next chapter... Okay, so the 3rd Song of Chaos. The 3rd Song of Chaos is in chapter 5, so I'm gonna have to go all the way back through 3 and 4 again once I'm done with this Songs of Chaos achievement, which I haven't got yet, so that's good. Okay. I'm gonna be sitting here for a while. Okay. Oh wait, I'm serious. Is this from Mayuri? Time out. It is. Okay. Anyways. Select magazine, and I select Crunchy-kun, I select Kakuru-kun. Oh, that'll be Heroes of Rhinet, though I don't need that achievement if I'm going through the Songs of Chaos line, which means I can not worry about this one, right? Yeah, I could totally just ignore that. Sorry, Mayuri, but I'm not responding to that, with all due respect. Okay, and then while I'm at it, I don't need to do the one from Luke. I don't need to worry about that one either because it's another Heroes of Rhinet thing. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then next we got a message from Kurisu. Okay. Okay. This is from Assistant. And I don't know which ones I have and haven't done, and the flowchart makes it kind of difficult to know for sure at a glance which ones I should be going for. So I haven't got Hero of Rhinet or Songs of Chaos yet. And I haven't even got Froggy Fad Demise yet, so I should go for those 3 for sure. Is there really only one hidden achievement I haven't done? Okay. Okay. It says 4 songs, then why does it say on the flowchart 3? Whatever, man. Maybe one was already on the phone. So for this one, I'm thinking I can... Oh, that's the true ending flag, okay. Have I done discontinuous qualia though? Is that an achievement to already have. Because if it is, then I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, to be fair, I probably should do it anyways if I'm going to do the Heroes of Rhinet one. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Okay, this totally makes sense if you think about it. So I'm going to respond report. Have you written that report yet? For your information, I wasn't joking yesterday. If you blow this off, then you have no right to call yourself a scientist. Maybe this is too much for a freshman like you to understand, but writing papers is part of being a scientist. So I respond report. Let lesser men worry about such things. I have inventions to build and discoveries to make. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, there's a lot of strands going on here, but believe you me, I'm gonna try my best. Continuing. So I shouldn't have to worry about selecting bad scientists or do better. Oh, what we got here? Part-time warrior. That's the light brown one, right? Yeah, so I'm receiving a mail from... I already got Warrior Girls Pride. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so... Akihabara is such a strange town. Everywhere I look, I see drawings of cute girls. Some of them even have their breasts fully exposed, which startled me. Coming here has been a real culture shock. It's amazing how beautiful Japan is now. Okay. The thing is, though, that is not the one where I have to select peaceful, is it? Oh, it says peaceful. I thought it said beautiful. I'm just blind. I agree. It's all because of the organization's efforts to stupidify Japan, which is different from stupefaction, just by the way. Okay, moving on. So that one will result in a message from Suzuha in which I can look at the... Oh, of course, the shining finger. Don't worry about it. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. It's like, I know I've been doing this for hours and hours and hours over the past week and a half or whatever. But zooming through it doesn't make me feel like I comprehend it any better. Yeah, okay. 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 So... lots of words, lots of emotions, lots of... you know? Okay. Part-time warrior. Hey. Wait a minute. I already selected peaceful. Just now, I saw two guys fighting on TV. I think it was some kind of competition. It really got my blood pumping. Hey, mind if I come over and put you in a straight armbar? It'll be fun, she says. Oh, okay, so that's the achievement that would have given, or that's the message that would have given a Warrior Girls Pride achievement. Command Sambo? So you are an organization assassin? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so that would have been the achievement if I hadn't already had it. Okay, so this should be a Ferris message, right? Okay. I select he. Okay, whatever. Oh no, he escaped, Nya. If we don't find him and kill him, misfortune will fall upon Akiba, Nya. His name is the end of tutorial. He's small and nimble, and he cries, choo-choo, Nya. Come here quick. Ferris needs your help, Nyan. Okay, yeah, but I respond, he. A rat? What kind of cat girl is afraid of rats? You disappoint me, Ferris, Nyan Nyan. Okay. then we skip along. And then we get a message from Mayuri. Wait, no, we don't. We don't have to do that because it's the hero of Rynet. Okay, so don't worry about the Mayuri message that's about to come through. I swear, it's always possible Shining Finger will just be the next message, even though I'm looking for one from a different colored flowchart box. Okay, so this is from Varys, which I do have the options. Oh, I think since I didn't choose, since I didn't choose magazine on the Mayuri one, the next Mayuri one isn't coming in. So on this one, I have two options. I have Cat's Tea Time, which I don't have yet, so I can have a new achievement. Okay. She says, there's a lot I don't know about myself, yeah? Why does Ferris have cat ears when other people have people ears? Why can Ferris only speak in Yanyan? Where is my home? The Chinchilla Star? I want to know the truth. That's why I have to go, yeah, to where all the answers can be found. I respond, Nyan Yanyan, and that will make me receive the message that gives the Cat's Tea Time achievement. Quit talking like that. It's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, we know. And then, so next we're going through some Karisu mail, which I selected report last time, so I'll get the discontinuous qualia achievement because she'll ask for cup noodles twice, right? Am I crazy? Oh, moving on. Part-time warrior. Already got the warrior girl's pride thing, so in theory I shouldn't need to respond to anything else from the part-time warrior. Okay. 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 Okay, so this isn't the trending flags I'm going for. I'm going for the mail that requires a select cup noodles option. Yep, here we go. While you're out, can you buy me a fork? Because I want my own fork and get some cup noodles for dinner too. I think there's a brand called, again, Chan Ramen. Get those. So I select cup noodles. My assistant really loves her cup noodles. I'm gonna start calling you Koike-san. Okay. What was the deal with her wanting her own fork, by the way? It's, you know, chapter 6 or something, I don't remember. Okay. So next, don't have to worry about the true flag ending messages from Karisu, so I have to choose Ferris, maybe? No, assistant? Sure. And so next is going to be the tea time? Question mark? No, that's the assistant. What? Okay, so I don't need to worry about this one as far as I can tell. Wait, do I? Oh yeah, this would be the message that gives the discontinuous qualia achievement had I already had it. Huh. Is the assistant asking me to buy her a second type of cup noodles? Anyways, moving on. So yeah. Okay, got a mail. Oh yes, the scary "we're watching you" mail. So I get a message from Ferris soon, which will give me the cat's tea time achievement, I believe. Okay, is this... Hey, there it is! What's up? Okay, sorry I couldn't come today, Nya. To make up for it, I'll bring some delicious Kanyam tea next time. Let's drink it with everyone, Nya. Cool. So, does that mean I'll have some more interesting stuff going on? Not yet. Okay. Well, that's okay. It's all good. I don't have to worry about the Hero of Rynet yet, considering the end of chapter 4 is the next thing that happens on this flowchart. So, oh, there it is, right? Now we are in chapter 4. Pretty sure. Let's double check. Oh yeah, so I'm getting a call from Ferris that you need to talk if you answer it, or you can ignore it. This is just one of those no achievement. It's just an option of whether you choose that option or this. Whatever, I'm ignoring. Yeah, it's just Ferris. With all due respect to Ferris. Moving on. True flag endings are not one, so I can ignore these 3 from Krisu. Part-time warriors, not on this list. Okay, moving on. Beep boop bop. True flag ending should be 0. Have I got that one already? Passion's best forgotten. Looks like it's an achievement that... Oh, okay, so to finish... Oh yes, okay, here we go. Fabuki-chan and Kade-chan praised me for the cosplay I made them this time. I'm really happy. So if I respond, Fabuki and Kade-chan, I get the second Princesses of Chaos achievement flag, but where did that first one come from? Because I don't remember the first one. Huh. Interesting. Okay, maybe they're both in this chapter because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet. Let's just say what I think happens is, yeah, wait, where's the first one? Where's the first Princesses of Chaos achievement flag? Because I'm only seeing the second one, allegedly. Huh. Well, maybe I've already got that achievement and I don't need to worry about it, but I'm not that sure. Yeah, apparently I've already got that one. Intriguing. Anyways, apparently I was interested in Fabuki and Kade-chan the first time I played this game. Anyways, cosplay is what we're doing. You really like making costumes, huh? What made you so passionate about cosplay? Anyway, that is to say. Okay. 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 So the next message I get from Mayuri will give me the Passion's Best Forgotten achievement. Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah, cool. You forgot. It all started when I asked for a costume of Kyojiro, the flame user from King of Histories, remember? I thought it looked great on you, but you only wore it once. Such a waste. Rip. Was I supposed to respond to that? Nope, okay, whatever. So there's that achievement. Cool, cool, cool. So the next one's Ferris? Got Ferris. Okay. Is Mayushi okay? Tell her to have fun at Kamima for me. I don't think I can go this year, Nyan. I just don't have the energy, Nya. I'm completely burned out. I can hear a voice shouting, "Get up, Joe!" Nyan. Someone save me. The world is collapsing. Yeah. And I'm supposed to respond collapsing, and that will give me the final Songs of Chaos achievement. You're messing with me again, aren't you? Stop making me worry. Okay. Okay. And just then the mail arrives. No sender names. Got a bad feeling about this. Yep, it's the spooky, scary, yeah, well, obligatory naked girl scene. And then we got the... That's from Lucoco, not Ferris. Sorry, Lucoco, but I am waiting for the Songs of Chaos achievement. Hey, there we go. When I listen to Phantasm songs at times like this, I sink even deeper into the darkness. Yeah, join me, Kyoma. So that's the third Song of Chaos. So no achievement, even though in this flowchart it says Songs of Chaos 3 out of 3. Makes me wonder. Kind of similar to the Princesses of Chaos achievement. Anyways, all these other flowcharts are based mostly on the Froggy Fad demise. And no, I think that's it. Oh, I guess the first time I played, I got the Karisu ending, which is in the Paradox Meltdown, and then I was like, I don't like that, I'm gonna get all the True Flag endings, and so I did that, and then still in the Paradox Meltdown, got the true ending. And that was my first time seeing the Mayuri ending today. Whoops. As for the achievements, what the... I thought this was the final Song of Chaos. Very interesting. Do I have to like listen to them all the way through or something? Huh. Maybe Ferris is like a character from Chaos Head and she just is like subtle about it or something. There's 13 Rhinet episode summaries? What? Anyways, I didn't get the achievement for that. Okay, cool. But according to this flowchart, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So like, where's the... I'm just gonna Google it. I'm just gonna Google where's the fourth Song of Chaos in Steins Gate. Okay. Okay, so it's in chapter 5, so I think that's the one I'm in. What? Time out. I am confusion. Maybe it's in the settings. Okay, well none of that helps me at the moment, to be honest. Like, I recognize that chick from Chaos Head, but what I don't understand is if I've got 3 of the Songs of Chaos, then why is both the Yeah, the AI overview on Google is saying collapsing is the word to get the final achievement, but I did not. Yeah, I did not get that achievement just now. Weird. Well, I guess let's just progress until the game's over, because honestly, like, what else is going on right now? Heroes of Rhinet? I don't know. Maybe I'll do all the endings and the Heroes of Rhinet, and I'll just consider the Songs of Chaos, if I find it, the end point of this video. As for if I find it, I don't know. I've only got the third one. Yeah, I keep saying that. That there's only 3, but the achievement says 4, so... And there was a Phantasm in the background with Karisu there. Yeah. Real important stuff for the plot. Oh no, somebody's gonna die soon. There's that. It's the moment this Stein's Gate. It's like the Sayori gets hung in Doki Doki moment in Steins Gate. It's like, oh shit, things are serious now. Okay. See, now it's chapter 6, right? So like, I don't think the Songs of Chaos exist. Where are they? Did it work? You either call Mayuri or nothing. You get the just a dream, or you get the should call or send. I should call or send a mail. Maybe I'm not reading something right about the tag legend, like ending, true ending, event CG, achievements, tips, something interesting. What? How many of these are something interesting? Because that's the first one I've seen like that, but surely that's not the only one, right? I guess I'll just do nothing. And that'll be an interesting walk with Suzuha, I guess. Anyways, I'll just say that the Suzuha ending is the ending point for this chapter. For this video, I guess. I don't know. As for this, calling Mayuri is probably the smart thing to do in theory. Yeah, is she okay? Oh no, gotta go save her. Oh. So the next choice of action, I should call Yuri. So if I call Mayuri. Oh, so this is a first for me. I've never done this before, else I'd be able to skip it. Mayushi here. Mayuri, where are you? Sorry, but I can't answer the phone right now. Got her voicemail. Please leave your message after the beep. It's the same as last time. Damn, why did I forget? Okay, so yeah. Maybe I haven't done that, but that doesn't mean it's going to progress in a different way. So next is the scene with Suzuha if I do nothing. Because in the previous one I did the check on Karisu path. Okay. So much is going on, brother. What even is all happening? So my next choice of action is nothing. Call Daru, call Mayuri, call Krisu, or do nothing. In which I will walk with Kusuzuba, which is what's going to happen right now. Wait, what? Huh. I think I'm supposed to do nothing here. I don't have the walk with Suzuha, which I kind of... I guess I don't know. It is what it is. So that's when we discovered Suzuha was a time traveler. Real cool stuff. This is still chapter 6, allegedly. I should have been paying attention to the date at the very beginning. I'm gonna be honest. After this, I might just be done with Steins Gate, which is kind of sad. This game is great and I love it. It's just so incoherent sometimes. Like, I don't know. And I know that's a fault of my own for enjoying it to some extent, but it is what it is. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. He's been working in that heat for hours, so we should bring him something cold to drink. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone, trying to find some information on Suzuha's father. If I close my eyes, I can recall her deaths in every detail. I resist the urge to pound my hand against the wall. Although we have over 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about her leaving alone. But currently all I can do is search for that pin. Oh, and yeah, apparently my walk with Suzuha is one path I've gone through before, so it's not as interesting as I thought. So I'm going to not send the mail to Suzuha, which would lead to her going back to 1975, which would be Suzuha's ending instead of the 0 out of 5 true endings flag in chapter 10. Instead, I'll be ending the game in chapter 6. And then tomorrow, or whenever I do the next one, I'll just try to get the Heroes of Rainet achievement instead of the Songs of Chaos, which is just, for some reason, not working. And I'll also do the Ferris ending. I'll do the Ferris ending and the Lukoko ending, and I think there's a Moeka ending or something. I don't know. We'll see. Yep. Okay. There you go. Yep, it's beginning to warp. Suzuha. We'll never see her again. Not this Suzuha. Yes, we can seek her out in our own time. But the next time we meet in an immense gulf of time will have divided us. So now, is this what I'm supposed to... Yeah, okay. Okay, so what's gonna happen is... Okay, see, I don't want to skip it because I'm... Wait a minute. I don't think I sent it. That was the thing. Let's see here. Go back. Let's see here. See, now I just need to send it. If I see, now I just need to send it. Yeah, see, it hasn't happened yet, so I can't do the don't send it option. This is so sad. I don't want this. This is so sad. Well, now I have to keep going because I thought I was giving... I thought I was going to be given the Suzuha ending option, and I either didn't see it or went too fast or was distracted or whatever. Okay, no, here we are. Here we are. Cool. I just forgot my... I forgot my options, I guess. Save Mayuri, that is my promise. That is what drove me to leap through time. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. This is just one more This is just one more sacrifice. Erase the time you spent with Suzuha. Destroy whatever bond you had. Send the D-mail. Push the button. Isn't that what Suzuha wants? You'll be saving her from 25 years of loneliness. From ending her life in utter despair. Save Suzuha. This is the right thing to do. This is right. But is it really? Is erasing those memories really the right thing to do? Isn't it just running away from reality? Shouldn't I try time leaping first? Maybe there's another way. What should I do? What's the right choice? Stop. You're starting to doubt. Never doubt. I don't know the answer. But I need to reach the conclusion, or else I can't. I can't do it. I can't send this email. Acting on impulse, I don the headgear and punch in a 42-hour time leap. And so now, do you have a plan? I ignore her and bite down hard on my lip. So yeah. As the taste of blood fills my mouth, I press the button. Okay. The world twists. My legs shake. I cover my eyes and wait for my senses to return to normal. 1,000 emotions stampede through my skull, then fade away. I stare vacantly at Kurisu, who is standing in front of me. At first, I can't hear her over the buzzing in my ears, but little by little, her voice becomes clear. See? You're shaking. We've only been at it for 2 days and you're already exhausted. Kurisu thrusts her finger at me like an angry schoolteacher. We still have plenty of time to find the pin. You don't have to be in such a hurry. If you collapse, then what? I won't be worried about you, but Mayuri sure will. Take care of yourself, got it? The time leap worked. Yeah, got it. I nod to Kurisu, then collapse onto the sofa. I couldn't sacrifice either of them. In a sense, I'm running away. But there was no choice. No other way to save Suzuha and Mayuri both. In 2 days, Mayuri will die, and Suzuha will be lost to the past. If these 2 days are all we have left, then all I can do is repeat them, forever. Let these 2 days be the rest of my life. The wind caresses my cheek. I push down on the pedals and begin to ascend up Harumi Bridge. The spokes revolve rhythmically, reflecting the sunlight. Sweat oozes out of every pore, but it's not unpleasant. It feels good, healthy, like running around the school field as a child. The weather's so nice. Why did I have to come along? Same. Here. The wind's too strong. You're a little chubby, Daru-kun. I think you need to exercise more. But, neckbeard, master race. Leading the way to a terrific place in Suzuha on her trusty mountain bike. What a view! From here, you can see across Tokyo Bay, all the way to Rainbow Bridge in the distance. Akiba and the jumbled sprawl of Tokyo are 2 hours of ride behind us. Here on this artificial island, there are only skyscrapers and vacant lots, one extreme or the other. One time, I took the bus back to Akiba after Kamima, so I already knew how close it was, but I never thought I'd come here by bike. Except for Suzuha, we're all using renta-cycles. I wanted to change the pace from the search for an unfindable pin, so I proposed this cycling expedition. Of course, I already know who the pin belongs to and who Suzuha's father is, but I have chosen not to tell anyone. If at all possible, I want to spend these 2 days in peace and delay Suzuha's time travel. That is my goal now. I thought this trip would be a waste of time at first, but I guess people need to take a break once in a while. I'd rather be working on the time leap machine. This just proves that I belong indoors. You two are all worn out. Come on, guys. Stamina is the key to survival. Kurisu and Dar are exhausted, while Susua and Mayuri are still going strong. I already know the distance between Akiba and Ariake, so I am able to pace myself in order to conserve energy. Water! There's a vending machine. I could kill for a glass of water. Sorry, but there's no convenience store until we cross another bridge after this one. Tough it out. You serious? I can't. Impossible. Wow, Okrin, you really know the area. Have you been here before? Yeah, many times. How long have I been living in this closed loop of time? It's already getting hard to keep track of the days, so instead, I think in 2-day cycles. This should be the 4th cycle. This time, only I know that Mayuri is fated to die. By keeping that secret, I allow us to spend these days like normal kids our age would. The cycling expedition is part of that. Susua and Mayuri enjoy the ride, so I make sure we do it each time I repeat the loop. Our current destination is Tokyo Big Sight, the massive convention center in Ariake. In a few days, it will be home to Kamima, the world's largest doujinshi marketplace event. Big Sight straight ahead. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to get there. Let's take a break first. Dar has used up the last of his strength. While still on his bike, he rests his body against the guardrail separating us from the road. I turn and pull up next to Dar's bike. It's not safe there. Come on. Let me rest. I said it's not safe. I sigh and pull Dar up by the arm. Okay, okay. Dar stands up. A second later, a huge truck speeds past. The gust of wind left in its wake nearly pulls us over. The bridge sways beneath our feet. That was close. It probably wouldn't have hit him anyway, but still. Best to be careful. You saved me, Okurin. You know, that was almost like Okurin saw the future. You got a D-mail, didn't you? Mayuri's innocent smile, Kirisu's cynical grin. To them, it's a joke. But they're not mistaken. The only thing they got wrong was that I didn't send a D-mail. I time-leaped. Suzua's eyes meet mine. She was laughing just a moment ago, but now she looks confused, uncertain. I avert my eyes. Holy Land, I have returned. Daru, his vigor restored, faces Big Sight with his arms spread wide. Wow, I've never seen it this empty. Look at this space. It's hard to believe they filled this whole area during Kamima. In the emptiness, it is easy to see how truly majestic Big Sight is. At Kamima, when you're wading through a sea of people, it's just another big building. Hey, my Yoshi's really hungry. Isn't there a restaurant nearby? Let's take a break. I can't believe we have to bike all the way back. What a nightmare. The three of them go searching for the family restaurant. Susua is still gazing at Big Sight. What's wrong, Susua? I ask the question, though I already know how she'll answer. She's excited to see Big Sight in real life. I'm excited to see Big Sight in real life. Suzua's eyes are shining. It's gone by 2036, you know. They cleared it to make way for bigger, better convention centers. Tokyo is full of them in my time. They even moved the dome out there. Suzua points to the middle of Tokyo Bay. Ashida Itaru called it the Holy Land. Is that how you see it in this time? So this is where they have Kamima. I've heard of it. Hundreds of thousands of people come, right? Mom said that's where she met my dad. Ah, so your mother was a Fujishi? I've always wanted to see this place. Thank you, Okabe Hirotaro. I feel closer to my dad now. A sharp pain stabs through my heart. I know who Suzu's father is. He's right over there. But I won't tell her. Not until the afternoon of the 13th, when the time leap machine is complete. For now, I just want to prolong these 2 days of peace. Okarin, Suzu-san! Come on, come on! That's us. Come on. I'm starving. Suzuha grabs my hand and we take off running. Somehow, I managed to force a smile. Today was fun. Tomorrow will be fun. Every day will be fun. Forever. The wind caresses my cheek. I push down on the pedals and begin to ascend up Harumi Bridge. The spokes revolve slowly, reflecting the sunlight. Sweat oozes out of every pore, but it's not unpleasant. It feels good, healthy, like running around the school field as a child. The weather's so nice. Whew. Why did I have to come along? Same. Here. The wind's too strong. You're a little chubby, Daru-kun. I think you need to exercise more. Fat neck, beard, master race. Leading the way at a terrific pace is Suzuha on her trusty mountain bike. What a view! From here, you can see across Tokyo Bay, all the way to Rainbow Bridge in the distance. Except for Suzuha, we're all using rent-a-cycles. I wanted a change of pace from the search for the unfindable pin, so I proposed this cycling expedition. I thought this trip would be a waste of time at first, but I guess people need to take a break once in a while. I'd rather be working on the time leap. This just proves that I belong indoors. You two are all worn out. Come on, guys. Stamina is the key to survival. Krisu and Daru are exhausted while Suzuha and Mayuri are still going strong. I already know the distance between Akaba and Ariake, so I'm able to pace myself in order to conserve energy. What? Water? Where's a vending machine? I could kill for a glass of water. Sorry, but there's no convenience store until we cross another bridge. After this one, tough it out. I reply mechanically. You serious? I can't. It's impossible. Wow, Grin, you really know the area. Have you been here before? Yeah, many times. What cycle is this? My 10th? It must be more than that by now. I'm still repeating the same 2 days. Moeka's attack, Mayuri's death. Those things will never, ever happen. Today, once again, we're off on an adventure. Big sight straight ahead. It should take more than 10 minutes to get there. Let me take a break first. Daru has used up the last of his strength. While still on his bike, he rests his body against the guardrail separating us from the road. I turn and pull up next to Daru's bike. It's not set. I swallow my words. Thoughts too dark to be my own suddenly slip into my mind. What will happen if I don't pull Daru back? Will the truck catch on Daru's fat? Will it send him flying like a rag doll? Will it take off his head? Will blood spray from the stump like a crimson fountain? Will the girl scream? I wonder. Let's find out. What difference does it make if Daru dies? I can just leap again. Can't I? Go back to the start of the loop and Daru will be good as new. Besides, everyone needs a little spice in their life. For these 2 days, I am God. I choose who lives and who... Whoa! The sound of a horn blasts my eardrums. Daru jerks back from the guardrail. A split second later, the truck howls past. Daru loses his balance and falls on his butt. That was close. Hey, are you okay? Are you hurt? Krisu and Suzuha get off their bikes and help Daru up. That truck was mean. The truck has already crossed the intersection after the bridge. We watch it drive away. Man, what a shock. What was with that guy? Crazy drivers. I should have checked the number. Then I could be like, reported. Nothing actually happened, so there's not much point in reporting it. Everyone's fussing over Daru. I stand a few steps away, staring at my hands. I'm glad it ended up as something to laugh about, but what was I thinking just now? I began this loop so that no one would be hurt, so that Mayuri would live and Suzuha would never go back in time. Yet just now, I was ready to watch Daru die. Some part of me wanted it to happen. Aoiler. I cower in reflex upon hearing my name. Susua is staring at me. There are questions in her eyes. She can't have heard my dark thoughts just now, and yet I feel like she can see right through me. You look pale. What's wrong, Okurin? I'm the one who should be shaking. Right. I was just imagining what would happen if I lost my super haka. The lab can't survive without you. I used a purposefully extravagant tone to cover up my guilty thoughts and start pedaling. Break's over. Let's go. I am this world's observer. Nothing can escape my subjectivity. Everything and everyone exists as I will it. Mayuri, Pursu, Daru, even Susua. Here, we can live in peace and harmony. None of us need ever face death. A 48-hour eternity. I am the creator of this paradise, and so, I know, tomorrow will be another wonderful day. Holy land, I have returned! Daru, his vigor restored, meets Big Sight with his arms spread wide. Wow, I've never seen it this empty. Looks like, look at that space. It's hard to believe they filled this whole area during Kamima. In the emptiness, it is easy to see how truly majestic Big Sight is. At Kamima, when you're wading through a sea of people, it's just another big building. Hey, Mayushi's hungry. Isn't there a restaurant nearby? Let's take a break. I can't believe we have to bike all the way back. What a nightmare. The three of them go searching for the family restaurant. Susua is still gazing at Big Sight. My eyes roam her body. Those tight legs, that slender body, her clothes accentuate all her fine curves. Her breasts are surprisingly large. Something stirs in my heart, hot and heavy like thick lava. It whispers to me words like poison. What if I lure into a dark corner and have my way with her? What then? Getting her alone would be simple enough. All I have to do is offer her information on her father and she'll follow me anywhere. To make matters easier, no ominous exists in present-day Japan. No documents proving Japanese citizenship, not even a birth certificate. It's only natural she won't be born for another 7 years. So even if she runs to the police, nobody will believe a word she says. I imagine she'll put on a fight, but she was a member of the resistance in her time, and I know she's stronger than she looks. But she's still just a girl. It may take some doing, but I'll have my way with her in the end. Another me, who in Kyoma perhaps, is whispering inside my head. You want a woman, don't you? It says. Of course you do, it's instinct. So what if she's Daru's daughter? So what if she's on a mission to save the future? Forget about that. She's a fine woman, that's all. You're not a saint, Okaberenteru. What was it you call yourself again? That's right, an insane mad scientist. If you're really insane, let's see you snap. Remember, you have the power of a god. You can rape her and then undo it with the time leap machine. And hey, while you're at it, why not taste the same girl's virginity over and over again? Wouldn't that be something? All those virgins-only freaks would kill to be you. Hell, why stop at rape? Think of what else you can do with the time leap machine. Murder, steal, kidnap, destroy. Is that the best you can do, Okaberenteru? Is that really all the evil in your heart? Well, I guess we're only human after all. Think about it, Okaberenteru. Sure, you wanted this loop, but repeat the same 2 dates forever? Sounds like torture to me. Aren't you tired of it already? These 2 days should be your paradise. Forget about petty laws and morals. You're a hunter. Taboos mean nothing to you. Hunt your prey and eat your fill. The voice is right. I am the observer. I am God. I can do anything. Do her. Kill her. Rape her. No one can judge me in this closed loop of time. Forget your morals. Trust your primal urges. Follow your instincts. I cover my ears and avert my eyes from Susua. Bzz, bzz, bzz. My ears are ringing. Someone is trying to crush my soul, projecting thoughts not my own onto the screen of my heart. Okabe Rintaro. Suddenly Suzuha grabs me by the shoulders and peers into my face. The warmth from her hands make the buzzing grow louder. You really are sick, aren't you? Want to sit down? I'm afraid to look at Suzuha with these dark feelings clogging my mind. I shake her off and flee towards Big Sight. Okabe Rintaro, where are you going? I need to get away from Suzuha. If I don't, I might give in to the urge. I stare at my hands. Clench, open, repeat, repeat. My hands still move, just as I expect them to, just as I order them to. But those dark impulses, the devil's whispers, how can I explain those? What the hell was that? What's happening to me? I start to tremble. My teeth chatter. The sun's hotter. Hot enough to burn my skin. But I feel cold. I'm afraid of myself. I'm still okay, aren't I? I'm Hoen Kyuma, Okabe Rintaro, the insane mad scientist with a fetish for science and chaos. See? I still know who I am. Still? What is that supposed to mean? Will I eventually lose control of myself? Am I going to break? Like a Moebius strip, the same 2 days go round and 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 round. But today, I failed to keep them the same. My feelings became twisted. Today on Harumi Bridge, I didn't just hesitate to save Dara, I nearly yielded to my dark emotions. Dark emotions, dark impulses, emotions seeping with venom. I listened to their poisonous, disgusting whispers, and I was almost drawn in. There's no denying it. Worse, that was but a taste of what might lurk inside my heart. If those emotions attack me again, this time crashing over me like a tsunami, will I be able to control myself? Mayuri, Karasu, Daru, Suzuha, will I be able to keep myself from hurting them no matter what? Will I be able to keep everyone safe in this loop I made for Mayuri and Suzuha's sake? Do I really have such strength? I don't know. That answer is hardly reassuring. But for now, it's the only answer I've got. This endless loop is the world I wished for. I can only protect this world. Only I can protect this world. I pray that those impulses were just a fluke, that they'll never resurface again. I ask only that tomorrow be peaceful. The wind caresses my cheek. I push down on the pedals and begin the ascent up Harumi Bridge. The spokes revolve rhythmically, reflecting the sunlight. Sweat oozes out of every pore, but it's not unpleasant. It feels good, healthy, like running around the school field as a child. The weather's so nice. Why did I have to come along? Same here. The wind's too strong. You're a little chubby, Daru-kun. I think you need to exercise more. Fat, neckbeard masteries. Leading the way at a terrific pace is Suzuha on her trusty mountain bike. What a view! From here, you can see across Tokyo Bay, all the way to Rainbow Bridge in the distance. Except for Suzuha, we're all using rent-a-cycles. I wanted a change of pace from the search for the unfindable pin, so I proposed this cycling expedition. I thought this trip would be a waste of time at first, but I guess people need to take a break once in a while, huh? I'd rather be working on the time. This just proves that I belong indoors. You two are all worn out. Come on, guys. Stamina is the key to survival. Grisso and Dara are exhausted, while Suzuha and Mayuri are still going strong. I already know the distance between Akiba and Ariake, so I'll be able to pace myself in order to conserve energy. What? Water! Where's the vending machine? I could kill for a glass of water. Then do it. Huh? Everyone turns to look at me. Do it. Kill someone. What? Why so serious, man? Come on. What are you waiting for? If you want to do it, then do it. Hey, Okabe, what's gotten into you? Okurin, you shouldn't say things like that. What's up with you, man? Nothing. There's a convenience store once we pass 2 bridges. Tough it out. Really? That's further than I thought. Hundreds of days have passed since this began, maybe thousands. How many cycles has it been? I've repeated this loop so many times I've grown tired of keeping track. I can barely remember the reason I started. The days go by, like tearing pages from a calendar. Everyone says the same things. Everyone responds in the same way. I've noticed my biorhythms seem a bit off, but aside from that, every day is the same. Same. Yes, subtle deviations occur, but it's all within acceptable limits. In the end, the result is always the same. Everything that happens is insignificant, meaningless, pointless. I'm the one still living in this loop. Everyone else is just being kept alive by me. We're just spinning our wheels in a dead world. My soul died some cycles back. I don't remember. This isn't life. Mayuri's death, Moeka's raid, Suzuha's time travel. I may have cared about those things once. Not anymore. When did I stop caring? When did I become a machine, looping and looping for all eternity? Nothing matters. When these 2 days are over, they will start again. Everything will be reset. I will reset it myself. Then I guess it's pointless to worry. Ridiculous. How many times have I repeated this loop? My senses have gone dull. It's getting harder to respond to the things I see and hear. I feel detached, like I'm isolated inside a thin membrane. And I've already gotten used to it. I don't find it inconvenient anymore. I simply adapted. I simply optimized to this far too narrow world. To this far too gentle world. Why should I adapt? This is my world. I quit cycling. Daru has used up the last of his strength. While still on his bike, he rests his body against the guardrail, separating us from the road. I stop my bicycle and watch him passively. Whoa! The horn blares. Daru jerks away from the rail. A split second later, the truck howls past. Daru loses his balance and falls on his butt. That was close. Hey, are you okay? Are you hurt? Kurisu and Suzuha get off their bicycles and help Daru up. That truck was mean. The truck has already crossed the intersection after the bridge. We watch it drive away. Man, what a shock. What was with that guy? Crazy drivers. I should have checked the number. Then I could be like, reported. So report him. The truck's number smooths off my tongue. I've seen it so many times. It's like a brand on my brain. There. Now you know. Report him. I hold my phone out. Did I do something, Okurin? You said you wanted to report him, so I'm giving you the opportunity. My tone is flat. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I agree with Hashida. Could be a little less lazy, but you're going way too far, Okabe. Shut up. You class rep wannabe. What? No fighting, guys. Daru-kun's okay, so let's be happy, okay? I ignore Mayuri and shove my phone at Daru. You're not going to report him? What? Well, I guess I'll let him off the hook this time. I sigh and put away my phone. Suzuha's staring at me again. She looks like she wants to say something, but who cares what she thinks? I feel nothing. The tired Kurisu, the re-energized Daru, the ever-energetic Mayuri repeat the same conversation I've seen hundreds of times. And then they go search for a restaurant. I turn my back to them and walk towards the ocean. But Suzuha stands in front of me, blocking my view. Her eyes bore into mine. I try to pass without saying anything, but she cuts me off. I see the sincere concern in her eyes, but it can no longer sway my heart, not even a little. Hey, wasn't there a movie about a guy who gets trapped in some kind of time loop? What? What the hell is she talking about? Groundhog Day, right? It was like 100 years old when I saw it. The movies in my time are all boring. CERN propaganda, you know? So we watch old movies instead. Like Groundhog Day. Never heard of it. It was pretty unsatisfying. I was trying to brush her off, but Suzuha keeps talking. I mean, the loop ends without the hero really doing anything. Like, he becomes a good person and suddenly happy ending. Kinda dumb. You're trapped in a time loop too, aren't you? All of us are. Say something, Okabe Rentaro. You've been here too, before, haven't you? Her gaze seems to pierce through everything. I find myself blinking involuntarily. Then my eyes drop to my feet. What? What are you talking about? A hoarse voice leaks from the back of my throat. It doesn't sound like my own. I saw a big sight for the first time today, but this isn't the first time I've seen it. I feel my heart skip a beat. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Word games? We've come here before, haven't we? You've experienced today multiple times, haven't you? How many times? Answer me! Suddenly, Suzuha seizes my arm. You have the eyes of a dead man. I know those eyes. They're everywhere you look in my time. Look at me, Okabe Rentaro. Don't kill your soul. Slowly, feelings rise from the depths of my heart, like an oiled machine grinding back to life. Makase Kurisu's soon to be completed time leap machine. You've been using it to repeat the past, haven't you? What if I have? Why are you doing this? Who knows? The reason no longer matters. What are you running from? Running? Yeah, I'm running. Running from Mayuri's death. That's why I'm going to 1975. I'll bring you the IBN 5100 and then you can... No. You fail. What? And then, after 25 lonely, meaningless years, you hang yourself. What? But... That's why I'm hiding in this loop, so that neither you nor Mayuri will die. That's it. That was the reason. I entered this loop, resolved to save them, but my resolve has long since turned to dust. As long as I repeat these 2 days, nothing changes, nobody dies. I've accepted that duty, to keep everyone alive. That's only from your perspective! The world will continue into the future independent of you. No matter how many thousands of loops you make, Shina Mayuri will still die. It's not a solution. Yeah. My lips twist into a self-deriding smile. But I'm not looking for a solution. Do you intend to keep looping forever? Yes. I've accepted that duty. You haven't accepted anything. Can't you see how it's twisted you? No matter what happens to me, this world will continue. The loop will continue no matter what happens. The loop will not end. How long can you endure living frozen in time? You can't keep this up forever, you know. Your body may never die, but look at yourself, Okabe Rentaro. Your soul is already hanging by a thread. But what else can I do? I don't have it in me to sacrifice anyone. You, Mayuri, you are my friends. I can't lose either of you. Suzuha hangs her head with a sorrowful expression. Is the interrogation over? I tried to end the conversation by walking towards the sea again, but she grabs my hand to stop me. You have more to say? Do I really? Hang myself? Yeah. Do I really fail my mission? Yeah. Suzuha bites her lip and hangs her head. Maybe I shouldn't have told her the truth, but it doesn't really matter. If I timely begin, this conversation will never have happened. In that case, will you come with me, Okabe Rentaro? What? Will you come with me? To 1975. That's the last thing I expected to hear. Go with her to 1975? What will happen if I go? Suzuha grasps my hand tightly. You can help me. so that I don't fail. And maybe we can find another way to change the future. Is that possible? My heart beats. My eyes open. Color returns to the world. The world line might shift completely unanticipated direction. What you know as the present may change dramatically. The future gadget lab might not exist in the future we make. Shida Mayuri, Hashida Ataru, and Makizakarisu might not even be born. Even if they are born, they might be different people with different names. But if we go to 1975, we'll have 35 years before we reach the 2010 divergence. I don't know how we'll change the world line, but we'll have plenty of time to prepare. If you're okay with all that, then why not come with me? To tell the truth, I want someone to come with me. Someone, in other words, it doesn't have to be me. I don't want to go knowing I'll fail. I don't want my death to be meaningless. Come with me. Save me. I want to save you too. I can't bear to see you like this. Will you continue this loop until your soul is ground to nothing? Once that happens, time will start moving again, and the ending you've been postponing will occur. When your soul finally dies, Shina Mayuri will die too. I will fail and hang myself, all according to schedule. What you're doing is nothing but slow suicide. If you're willing to go that far, then come with me instead. Save me. The hands of my clock stopped ticking long ago. Now slowly they begin to move forward. I'll go. I'll go with you. Please, take me with you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I should have noticed sooner. Suzuha gently embraces me, as if to warm my frozen heart. The wind blows, the clouds flow and change shape. Sunset. The sky is so terribly orange. The color of dawn. The color of dusk. The color of the world's end. The color of the world's beginning. While Daru was repairing the time machine, I let my mind rest. I avoided all contact, slept like a log, and tried to piece my soul back together. On the afternoon of the 13th, I received word that the repairs are complete. I send an email calling all members to a meeting. Then, as everyone else gathers at the lab, I head to Radikan alone. Suzuha is waiting there, standing before the time machine with glistening eyes. She gives me one last warning. Remember, this time machine only goes one way. Once we leave, there's no coming back. Even so, will you still come with me? I slowly nod. And you? Are you sure about this? There's a good chance we'll both lose our memories during the leap. You said it took me 24 years to remember. But this time, I have you. Something might change. Wishful thinking. Does that mean you're backing out? I'm going no matter what. No. I've made up my mind. I don't know how it will turn out. We're certainly at a disadvantage. But still, I never thought I'd be so thankful to not know what's coming next. It's so stimulating. I sense shivers down my spine. I feel like I'm actually here. Did you tell everyone? I bid them farewell. Mayuri, Daru, Kurisu. I left them each a handwritten letter. The lab is probably chaos by now. I also mailed letters to my parents and my friends at school, telling them not to look for me. My parents will probably be sad, but this time I'm not running away. I want to believe I'm not running away. You know, Suzuha stands next to me, looking at the time machine. She finally smiles, though her eyes still shine with unshed tears. It's kind of like we're eloping. There's nothing to feel guilty about. In fact, I want to thank you, Suzuha. If you hadn't invited me, I'd be in the loop, living like a corpse. So thank you, Suzuha. Let's fight to change the future together. Yeah. We clasp our hands. Suzua's grip is so strong. It kind of hurts. But that pain tells me I'm alive. Nobody sends us off. Nobody could. This is a one-way trip through time. Once we go, there's no coming back. 1975. That's before I was even born. We're headed for the past. No, for a future that is yet to be written. Not the world line Suzuha left, nor the world line she desired. We are reaching for an entirely new future. Our eyes meet. Our hands clasp tightly. Let's go. Yeah. The time has come for us to depart. Our mission? To change 35 years of history. We boldly lift our heads, ready to challenge fate. Together. And another ending for Stein's Gate. Da 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 da. Excellent stuff, everybody. Excellent stuff. That is it. These people are awesome, having made such a cool game, if you ask me. Alright. Well, I don't know if there's going to be a post-credits scene like there was with the true ending or the Mayuri ending or whatever happened. I guess what happened, I still didn't realize that at the beginning of today, but I guess I did the Karisu ending and then the true ending, and I never did Mayuri's ending, and then for some reason I inherently did it when I was streaming without like looking at the guide, and then today after finishing Mayuri's ending I had to look at the guide just so I could do a better job of getting 100% or, you know, getting the achievements. Don't know what's up with that Song of Chaos situation. But yeah, this is it. This is Suzuha's ending. So we've gone through Mayuri's and Suzuha's ending today. I'm sure I'll do a Ferris and Lukako ending. Maybe that'll be all one video, depending on how long it takes. And then I'll do the Kurisu and the true ending. It'll be a grand event. Alright, let's see if there's a post-credit scene. Yeah, thank you, Science Adventure team. Y'all are lit. Thanks, Nitro Plus. Better than Nitro Minus, am I right? 5 PB. That's a lot of peanut butter and jellies. Oh, I just, powered games, my bad. Yep, irreversible reboot. Complete. Alright, well, that's that. Thanks for being here. As I was saying, clear list. The two I have done are these two today. I've done all of them, but I'm expecting in order of finishing, it'll probably go boom, 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 boom in theory. Okay, alright. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.